Woo! Fam. We're not gonna be able to talk. This week is a short week before we get the guys out there. The final guys that may make the roster or not Thursday night. So we'll take tomorrow off. So I said, hey, we do this every year. We've not gone over who's going to get butchered before this week. And you know what's really funny, because Thursday game, Friday. Actually, we could talk about it after the game. We probably will. But just to make sure, I want to be able to, because you go over the roster now and you know what's getting cut. It shows that you really know what you're talking about, what you're doing. We'll compare those notes a little later. But fam, looking at the injury list today. Boy, I tell you what, this is a nice list for the ones we've been getting. The 49ers got several players back as the team kicked off one of two practices this week in preparation for the final preseason game. And that Thursday night matchup at Levi's Stadium against our annual final season game with those L.A. Chargers. Hey, have you learned how to say L.A. Chargers yet? It just doesn't make any sense, right? San Diego is still flying off. You gotta control yourself, otherwise you're gonna say it. And among the returns, George Kittle, D Ford's back in the mix. But neither Kittle nor Ford have played a preseason game this year, and they're not going to. You're not going to see them this weekend Thursday night for sure. But you know what I like about D Ford, his position, just like Nick Bosa, they may get more vicious because they got better wind, but they still know what they're doing. This is just something I think defensive ends like quarterbacks are born. You can't just go train to be a defensive end. You can't be an edge rusher. This has to be in your DNA. This has to be something you know how to do. See, because guys have tried forever and they just fail, right? So there you go. I'm not worried about him. Also, the guys, they activated Weston Richburg. Boy, gosh. And that is such good news. And listen, I ain't going to knock Ben Garland. All right? There's some people that are doing it. I ain't one of them. Ben Garland was not bad. In fact, for the time he spent at center, he normally plays guard. But this is a warrior dude, man. He wouldn't play center, and I don't even know if he knows that much about it. From what I read, he doesn't. So, but Richburg is back. And he's been activated, actually physically unable to perform. Just before practice today, he was brought out to play. So he's out on the field with his teammates today. Also, Dante Pettis was working with the strength and conditioning staff on the side field during practice. Uh-oh, no! Pettis told reporters after practice that he's dealing with a minor groin issue. Please, don't tell the media people, and please don't tell Grant Cohn. Grant's become Grant's a scary dude for football players, man. Also, on the did not practice this, Ronnie Blair continues with that groin situation. Nick Bosa, of course, continues to wait his time. I'm sure the 49ers are going to keep him out. And my prediction is Nick doesn't even play against Tampa Bay. He probably comes in to warm up against the Bengals, and he helps us take down the Steelers, which is going to be a more formidable opponent. Jerick McKinnon, he continues with that knee situation. Raheem Mostert. Heem's got a quad situation going on. Jason Verrett. All right. So, and the return to practices included Adrian Gilbert. That hamstring's fine now. Joshua Garnett, his finger. He returned to practice, though. Garnett, Jesus, Joshua, come on. I really am pulling for him because he's got the skill and he can help us out tremendously if he just would. Right? And then you got Elijah Lee. He came back. That thumb is okay now. Weston Richburg, as I mentioned earlier. Julian Taylor's back from his back injury. Julian Taylor's back from his back injury. All right. Hey, let's jump right into it, fam. Projected 49ers 53-man roster heading into 2019 NFL preseason finale. It's time to name the players of the 49ers roster, of whom will be left standing when the dust finally settles at the end of this week. This is that kind of thing you can bring the teacher an apple either. He's not going to help you out on this. You got to earn your spot on this team. Who's going to represent the 2019 49ers? This year, like no other in recent memory, the John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan Dynasty. Notice I almost said dynasty. Slip of the tongue. Regime will be selecting from a gold star banquet of choices. And for us Niner faithfuls, this becomes fun. It's not fun because we're talking about people's lives here, but I mean, it will test out where your skill level as to choosing the best talents. Tonight, asking you, who stays, who goes? I'm gonna tell you what. You know what? All right. I'm gonna go down through this list as fast as I can. Projected 49 53-man roster heading into 2019 NFL preseason finale, as compiled by NBC Sports Bay Area. Matt Mayoko and the guys. All right, Jimmy Garoppolo, Nick Mullins, they're in. There's two there, and you can run a count if you want on this. C.J. Beathard, Wilton Spate, Shanahan insists the 49ers intend to keep three quarterbacks, but they are considered out right now at this hour by those who are doing the mathematics on this. Don't know if when Kyle Shanahan says that he's actually doing the math or is he just speaking from emotions and heart. With all the injuries elsewhere on the roster, that would be a luxury. I'm not sure, according to Matt, that the 49ers will be able to afford. The 49ers are clearly open to trading either Mullins or Beathard. But if there's no market for either, will the club still keep all three quarterbacks on their 53-man roster? Shanahan said the 49ers plan to keep both Mullins and Beathard behind Garoppolo. Do you, fam, when I pick up the phone, do you believe Shanahan is serious? Running back will keep 5. Whoa! Tevin Coleman, Kyle Juszczyk, Matty B, Jerick McKinnon, Raheem Mostert. The only thing that we're counting here that all of us weren't counting, because we always think about the running back committee being 4. It always included Juszczyk. Juice is in, out. Here's where the pain starts. Here comes the pain. Jeff Wilson is out. Austin Walter, out. McKinnon is a candidate for injured reserve, but in order for him to be eligible to play this season, he must first have a spot on the team's 53-man roster, as he's already exhausted his time on the PUP list, as you know. That makes the running back position clear-cut with Coleman, Juszczyk, Braden, and Mostert joining McKinnon on the initial 53-man roster. Wilson has shown he's an NFL-caliber running back clearly. He will be in the league at some point this season, either with the 49ers or another team. Maybe they stick him on the practice squad, but maybe he says, hey, coach, give me a break, man. I don't want to be on the practice squad. I think I can play this game. Let me go. It could be like that. Wide receiver, NBC Sports Bay Area. They say it will be 7. Dante Pettis, Deebo Samuel, Jalen Hurd, Trent Taylor, Marquise Goodwin, Jordan Matthews, Richie James. Here's where more of the pain comes in. The site says Kendrick Bourne is out. Malik Henry, he's out. Chris Thompson, goodbye. The uncertainty surrounding Taylor's return from foot surgery might prompt the 49ers to keep an extra wide receiver on the 53. But the record, oh man, James is the most likely trade candidate. If they can't work it out to get something in return, his big playability and versatility are enough to keep him around. Then it comes down to Matthews or Bourne for the final spot. It's going to be a tough call, the veteran presence of Matthews or the youth and potential of Mrs. Bourne's baby boy. Shanahan recently said, I've got a lot of confidence in Jordan, and I know we can win with Jordan. God, that's that. I feel like I'm watching a WWE match with The Undertaker. Got the nails in his mouth, and he's got whoever his victim is, and he's nailing that coffin shut, man. God, no. Like Big Show says, name on the front, not the back. But I'm telling you, man, I'm struggling with this. At the tight end, we're going to keep 3: George Kittle, Caden Smith, Levine, Toy Lolo. Out is Garrett Selleck, Pup, Ross Dwelly, Daniel Helm, Tyree Mayfield. Since the opening of training camp, it looked as if Dwelly were the second-best tight end on the team behind Kittle. But Dwelly has fallen back a bit while Smith has gotten better and better. Toy Lolo is a big-body tight end who gives the 49ers some options to go heavy in short yardage situations. Again, though it's a tough call, Smith, the 6th-round draft pick, gets a benefit of a doubt Dwelly or Smith could be back on the practice squad. Selleck will be eligible for midseason return if when he fully recovers from back surgery. The drama gets better it gets worse, should I say, from here, fam. Offensive line, we're going to keep 8. Joe Staley, Laken Tomlinson, Weston Richburg, Mike McGlinchey, Mike Person, you know. That's who it was last year. Ben Garland will be sustained. Sam Young, Daniel Brunskill, out. Currently out. Until this weekend, this is speculation, remember that. Joshua Garnett will say goodbye this weekend. Najee Toran, you're done. Justin Skule, I am surprised he is on the out list. Wesley Johnson, Ross Reynolds, considered the nation's best running offensive lineman. He's going to be saying goodbye. Andrew Lauderdale, Willie Beavers, thank God he's out here, and Dylan Day. Potentially, 49ers could look elsewhere for a swing tackle, but Young looks like the guy at this stage after Sean Coleman sustained a season-ending ankle injury in the first preseason game. As you know, the 49ers' biggest decision is what to do with Garnett, who has missed virtually all of training camp the past not 1, not 2, 3 seasons due to injuries. He was a first-round draft pick the year before Shanahan and John Lynch arrived. Finger surgery has kept him sidelined since the first weekend of training camp. It's a tough call with Brunskill, Garnett, Turan, and Skule all sitting on the roster rubble. If I had to make a pick here, Jesus Christ, Joshua Garnett, bring it! You're a first-round draft pick. You got all the skills in the world. You were known as a mauler at Stanford. We could use you. Man. Defensive line, we're going to keep 10. DeForest Buckner, D. Ford, Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, Solomon Thomas, Sheldon Day, Ronald Blair, D.J. Jones. Julian T. has made this team, according to NBC Bay Area Sports. Kadavius Street, he's not going anywhere, but out. DeMontre Moore, pretty much the best defensive line we've had all preseason long. Kevin Givens, with all that great bod, is out of here. Jay Bromley, Jamel Garcia-Williams, Jordan Thompson, Jeremiah Valaaga. Should I say Valaaga? As stated previously, this is the deepest and most talented position on the 49ers roster. There is certainly a spot in the NFL for Moore, a 6-year veteran who has bounced around the league and seemed to benefit from a spring of playing in the now defunct Alliance of American Football. Givens could be attractive to some teams, but he most likely would be ticketed back to the 49ers practice squad. The 49ers can see 10 defensive linemen with Day, Jones, Taylor, and Street holding down the final 4 spots. But if injuries require the 49ers to keep another player elsewhere, they will have to make a tough call to cut another among this group. Who would it be? Who would it be between Day, Jones, Taylor, and Street? If I had to say right now, if they have to make that move and go back to 9, it's going to be between Day and Jones. Possibly Taylor, but I don't think so. Linebacker will keep it 5. Quan Alexander, Freddie Warner, Dre Greenlaw, of course. Mark Ziocha, Aziz Al-Shar. Out. This may please you. According to NBC Bay Area Sports, Malcolm Smith is on his way out. Elijah Lee, that bothers me. David Mayo, I'm surprised. Demetrius Flanagan-Foles, I have no idea who that is. Leroy Reynolds, you've seen him for a few plays. Al-Shar has played his way onto the 53-man roster. The club simply cannot take the chance of exposing him to waivers with the hope of re-signing him to the practice squad. Al-Shar has the potential to develop into a starter in the future. Damn. We thought we saw something that looked good about him. We was right. He can earn his way initially as a core special teams player. Njocha, Smith, and Lee Mayer are squarely on the roster bubble. Njocha brings some different skills to the table, including his ability to rush the passer. We seen him get a sack, didn't we? DBs, fam, we're going to keep 10. These numbers are killing me because I'm thinking some of us I did 10. Sherm, of course, Spoon, Jake, Dub, absolutely, Kwaski, T, Kwan Williams, Teague Moore, Jason Verrett, please. Marcel Harris, of course. Emmanuel Mosley has done enough. He will be here. DJ Reed, out. Brace yourself. Adrian Colbert's on that list. Dante Johnson, no big surprise. Here's a painful thing here. Antone Exum, one of the hardest hitters on the team. 49ers feel like they can't afford him. Quentin Rawlins, Tim Harris is currently on the IR. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Is that going to transfer to the out list or what? Tyree Robinson, goodbye. And Colbert was the starter open last season. Now it's going to be difficult for him to find a spot on the 53-man roster. As you know, he's not had a chance to assert himself this year or actually stand out and actually prove that he's better than anybody else in the safety group. He sustained a hamstring injury in Denver, and that is a big blow at this particular stage of the preseason. Johnson played well enough during camp to be on any NFL roster, and the same goes for Exum. But there are just not enough spots for everyone. These are the things that Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch talked about as having finally arrived at a position on this time, or this particular time in the regime, is when it's difficult. You got too many good players that you got to make the hard cuts. Mosley and Reed are also on the bubble. Both have shown enough versatility to be key reserves at the bottom end of the roster, but they do stand out as being at least that good. Specialists, Robbie Gould, of course. Wishnowski, please. Ain't no question about it. Colin Holba, and the only person out is Kyle Nelson, suspended. I think NBC Sports may have made a mistake there. Unless Colin has shown enough that they've had enough of Kyle Nelson. 49ers specialists set with Gold and Wishnowski. A decision awaits the 49ers after the sixth game when Nelson is scheduled to be reinstated off the league's suspended list. Holba has a six-game audition to show that he is worthy of remaining in his role as a long snapper for the entirety of the season, so maybe this decision has not been finalized. Holba's done enough. Kyle, this is his second time on that list for substance abuse. The 49ers be saying, well, Jesus Christ, man, how many times they got to tell you? He says he didn't do it, but they always do say that. Somebody spiked my Kool-Aid. I don't know. Fam, anything you disagree with here, please let's talk about that. Jay Anderson, what's up? Mr. Leaks, yo, check my Twitter DM. It's really important for the show. I think we got that here. Oh, okay, producer's already on it. Ray Jr., what's up? I love talking football. Let's go Niners. Ray Jr., that's what we gonna do. Daniel Andre, the big tickets are Jimmy G, George Kittle, Matty Breda, Telvin Coleman. Boy, Mike is listening. Mike doesn't think so. DeForest Buckner, D. Ford, Nick Bosa, Sherm, and the punter. And if you haven't committed his name to memory yet, just call him Mitch Wish. Pete Gorman says, so our third stringers play Thursday. Absolutely third, and if there's any fourth as well. Isaac Page, I feel that we should sweep the Seahawks because with our gold rush and their terrible O-line, I think got to protect Rusey. So I call him Ruthie, huh? Russie. And other than Bobby Wagner, who do they have defensively? Somebody said, I see it here in the chat earlier, somebody said they may have somebody from Texas that comes off the edge named Jadeveon Clowney. I don't know. They got that kind of money. I don't know. Josh, what's up? 49ers fam, he's feeling legendary. Lavelle Forrest. Hey, Lavelle, I saw that too. He says, I hope the 49ers do not start Jay Garoppolo. I want them to put in C.J. Beathard because I do not want to see Jay Garoppolo to get hurt. He's showing a lot of love for C.J. I guarantee you, I assure you, bet your last money, all your mama's money, Jimmy Garoppolo will not be seen Thursday night. This I promise you. And D'Angelo Carter, what time for the red and gold 49ers for the faithful. Let's do it this year. Niners! And Perry E. Howard, what's up, fam? money, though. Shout out to the 415-408-5107-916-209-925-Niners Empire. Terrence Hicks, what's up? Josh, this is what's up. I read an article today that we probably won't play Bosa until week 2. Thank you, fam. I'm telling you right now, I believe that sincerely. I don't. Why would you play him in week 1? The Tampa Bay Bucks ain't that bad, or they ain't that good. Should I say they ain't that good? Let Bosa rest another week. Let him get warmed up for the Bengals, and wear Andy Dalton out. Then he should be all pumped up and ready to go against the Steelers. We can drop Ben Roethlisberger on his big butt. All right. Here's a Shanahan on wide receiver Jordan Matthews. He says the coaching staff knows what they have in Matthews, so they don't need to play him as much in the preseason. Oh, I'm sorry, I read too high. To all the Garland haters. Oh, is that your? Okay, yeah, that's pretty much. He's got. Maybe I'll repost that later. Oh, I see. Oh, he's got PFF rankings here. Okay. Now, if you're wondering about Ben Garland at center, he's like one of the best. Okay, I'll just give you some perspective. Mahomes had 90.1. These are the best players on offense during the preseason. Mahomes is the best at 90.1. Patrick Laird, 87.5. The Dolphins. 49ers. Richie James Jr. comes in at number 3 at 92.6. And this is why I can't imagine him getting traded or anything else. Deion Kane of the Indianapolis Colts, 91.4. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, one of those guys that a lot of us wanted to see put on a 49er uniform. With the Eagles, he's an 89. Tanner Hudson, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 90.8. Taylor Decker, 86.3. Detroit Lions. Dakota Dozier, the Vikings left guard, 87.2. And at center, Ben Garland, 82. Right guard, Mike Person, 83.8. And Mike's only been out there a minute. Mike McGlinchey. Fam, we have, bad as we talk about our offensive line, in this preseason, our offensive line dominated. And see, that's what I'm saying. When I walked around telling people, man, we ain't got a chance to win no 9 or 10 game, I keep telling you, look at other teams before you decide the 49ers are terrible. That's all I've been saying. Man, I didn't even know that. Center, Garland, right guard. That's got to be Person, right? Yeah. And McGlinchey, right tackle. Oh, man, there you go. Big Will, 0.5, my player partner. Come on in here, man. Big Will. What is up? Will. Man. Will, did you hear about any Richie James? Ain't talking about trading him. Ain't talking about trading him. Ain't talking about keeping him. It looks like Jordan Matthews, if all goes as predicted, is in. And all my nightmare of losing my boy KB is live.
Man, that wide receiver projection, man, I don't know. Now, Richie James, like I said, I ain't gonna go back on what I said. Richie James do need to start. I mean, not start, but be on the team.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be on the team, but he can contribute, no doubt. He needs to be on the team, but Kendrick Bourne being out, I mean, I just don't know because Kendrick Bourne, man, he a dog, man. I just don't see why they got him like under the radar like that. Like we seen him play. He can catch the ball in traffic. You know, he can get those 50-50 balls. He can catch a ball while getting hit. I mean, he got it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We'll find out this Saturday. I'm not gonna really speak much about it because we don't know who gonna be in or who gonna be out. Yeah. But I mean, from the looks of Matt Mayoko's report, you know, his projection. I mean, it makes sense to me.
A lot of it.
I'm not giving up Nick Mullins for nothing in the world. F that. I'm not giving up Nick Mullen, man. We gotta have a legit backup. Every good team gotta have a good legit backup. I ain't letting Mullen go for nothing. I don't care
Amen.
what you give me. I ain't letting him go for nothing, man. Because you ain't got a lot of good backup quarterbacks out there right now. You don't.
That's right.
The best backup quarterback we got, I believe, is Mullen. In the
It is.
NFL, is Mullen. I ain't letting him go for nothing in the world. F that. I'm not doing that. And
Mm.
like I said before about the running back position, Jeff Wilson has talent. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's good. He can run your ass over. He fights for yards. But when you got Tevin Coleman, Juszczyk, Breida, Jared McKinnon, and Raheem Mostert, you know what I'm saying? Look, everybody said McKinnon is we should get rid of McKinnon and all that. I mean, I understand. Everybody talks his own opinion. I know. I kind of attacked a few people about Jared McKinnon, but hey, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that everybody's entitled to their opinion, but it just don't make sense to, you know, he only had one injury, and that's his ACL. I mean, the dude has talent, and the dude can run. The dude run a 4.3, man, and you can't spend money. You can't spend all this money on him and then don't play him. You need to see what he got. You know what I mean?
Amen.
That's like buying $200 pair of Air Jordans and you don't wear them.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And
You know what I'm saying?
put them up for sale. Or put them on
You know
eBay.
what I'm saying? At least see him. At least we already gave him the money. He got the money. Might as well go ahead and let him try it. You know,
He ain't got to give no. Because
the
he ain't got to give
reason
no
why,
refund. Yeah.
right?
Because
And the reason
if they
why
let him go, they fired him. He didn't leave, so he ain't got to give no money back.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We already gave him the money, and the reason why we gave him a lot of money because we was in a bidding war with the Jets. We were going head to head with the Jets with the money. So the 49ers gave him a little more money to get him. So that's how he got all the money.
And
So,
Will,
I mean,
the bottom line is he fits Shanahan's scheme. Later, for what he did in Minnesota, he fits Shanahan's scheme. That's what the arguments I keep getting. You know, he can't run between tackles. He ain't nothing but a third down back. Hey. Shanahan plays different football than everybody else. He got him because he fits what Shanahan wants to do. Most people don't understand that.
Right. So, I mean, he already got the money. You can't take it back from him. At least try him out, see how I do. And if he don't produce, they can go ahead and let him go during the season. So, wide receiver, man. Like I said, wide receiver, man. You know that KB being out. I mean, I don't know. We'll find out. Tight end, man. George Kittle, K. Smith, and Levine Tololo. I mean, Dwell is a good tight end, but Kyle Shanahan, you know, he sets up his passes off the run, and when you set passes off the run, you got to have a good blocking line. You got to have good blocking tight end. Tololo and K. Smith, they good blocking tight ends, and plus
George
K.
is
Smith
one of the best. So you already got two right there.
Catch, right. So all three of them are good run blockers. So you're gonna need that to run, to set up play action and stuff like that in Kyle Shanahan's scheme. Let's see, offensive line. Joshua Garnett, we gotta see how he do tomorrow night if he plays. But all the other guys that's on here, I mean, it's obvious they ain't gonna make it. So that one is correct as well. Defensive lineman, Demontre Moore.
Yeah, real quick, go
Moore
over one more. I forgot to say, everybody, you got 5 minutes to get through it. Go ahead, get this one though. This one.
Demontre Moore and Kevin Givens supposed to be out. Mayoko say DeAndre Moore, if he do be out, he will be on another team and he will make noise. Same with Kevin Givens. So, I mean, we all gonna find out Saturday, man. So you know, it is what it is. A lot of people gonna be happy. A lot of people gonna be sad.
Yeah, the feelings hurt.
But the best thing about it is we're gonna be a good football team this year. We're gonna make a lot of noise, and we're gonna take the lead by storm, and a lot of people gonna be shocked by it. So, all right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fam, the player upon the Dre, Trey Trez, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, Daniel. You know what I'm saying? Russo, Shea Lewis, man. Red 49 hits. Fuck the Rams. Fuck Rudy. They lost Super Bowl. They only scored 3 points. Yeah. And they broke. All right, Ronbo.
Thanks so much, Will. I'll see you on the eve of the last game of the preseason. I will. Have a good night, Phil.
All right.
Ooh, Big Phil. Come on in.
Ronbo, how you
Phil.
doing?
And Phil, immediately we hook up. No sound issues or anything. You can hear me. I can hear you.
Yep, we're good.
Phil, yes, Phil. 5 minutes. Go down through
You
rosters.
know,
Which
I went through my team. I went through my team a while ago, what I thought was going to be the 53-man roster,
yeah.
and I really think I agree. Malcolm Smith's gone. We're going to keep one less linebacker, but I have Mayo making the team because of his special teams play. And,
I'm shocked by Matt too.
Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Matt Mayoko knows no more than we do on who's getting cut and who's staying.
That's right.
All right?
Kendrick, not
There's
yet.
no way that Shanahan or Lynch gave him any inside information on who
He's
they're
speculating.
cutting and who they're keeping. He's speculating. I also have Bourne making the team over Matthews. And the big reason why is because Bourne would be the fifth wide receiver, or let me see what I got here. I'm just sixth wide receiver. With 5 suit up. The thing is, Matthews has an extra $1.5 million on the cap. So I don't see if everything's equal, or even if they're not equal.
Yes, that makes
Why
sense.
would you spend that money for a guy who's not going to suit up?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense to me. So if Trent Taylor comes out healthy, then I would say, and I think Trent Taylor's going to make the team, the 53. But I don't think that Matthews is going to make it. I just don't. The other change that I have to my team is I have Mosley, because of his play, possibly making the team. And keeping an extra DB just for Malcolm Smith getting cut. And the other thing is I have Garnett making the team. He's the best talent we got. Are you there, Ronald?
Who'd you say? Who? Garnett?
I have Garnett making the team.
Yeah.
He wanted to play last preseason game against Kansas City. They didn't let him. Why wouldn't they let him? They didn't want him to. He had a cast on, and they didn't want him to play with the cast. But I don't think they. I think they would let him play, try to prove himself. If they were going to cut him.
Or it'd be unfair to cut him, right? Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. Plus, they know his talent. He's got good talent if he stays healthy. The best backup guard we got.
Without
So
question.
I don't see him
Could be
going
a starter.
anywhere.
Yeah.
As for what was the other one? Yeah, Richburg's making the team, obviously, because of his contract, if anything. McKinnon's making the team because of his contract, if anything. I mean, there's $20 million if you cut him. You wouldn't be able to sign George Kittle next year. So you're going to keep him so you can sign George. I do have Taylor getting cut. Why would you keep 3 nose guards? You're going to play the wide 9 for a lot,
right?
And you don't have a nose guard, and you're going to put Solomon Thomas inside when Ford and Bosa are healthy.
Yeah.
And you've got Armstead that can go inside. So why would you keep so many interior linemen? I think they're keeping Street because he's a bull. I think they're keeping
he can play the big end or inside.
I think they're keeping Day because Day started against Kansas City in the string starting line. I see Taylor on.
Taylor, yeah. Because he is an inside guy. Huh? Yeah. Would you consider him the least talented of that group, though?
I don't think C.J. Beathard makes the team, honestly. I would be surprised they keep 3 quarterbacks.
Right? We got too many.
Luxury.
Yeah, come on. We don't have that. Can't afford that kind of luxury. That's just.
And I don't think anybody's going to pick him up.
So put him in a practice squad. He'll be safe. That's what I said.
Well, I don't think he can go. I looked at I was wrong.
Is he ineligible?
I'll take that back. I was wrong because if you 3 years as a pro,
No longer can you go to the
you can't
practice
go on the
squad.
practice squad.
Oh,
So
man.
I say, there's 10 guys that can go on the practice squad. I believe Taylor can go on. I believe Tim Harris is going to go on there.
Couple of running, or maybe a running back or two.
And the other thing is, one other thing, I don't see Tuolo making the team. He's not a good blocker. Tuolo's a better blocker than Tuolo. I watched Tuolo at Stanford. He's not a good blocker. And he's not that great of a pass catcher. I think it's going to be Duilly, it's going to be Caden Smith, and it's going to be Kittle.
Well,
That's it.
Phil, we got to stop. But you know what? You save a lot of money by letting Tololo and Jordan Matthews say goodbye.
He's getting the minimum for a veteran where you've got a rookie contract with Willie and Caden Smith. So,
and especially if there's only a marginal difference between the two. I mean, come on. Hey.
You want to save money
Phil?
for next year.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Phil, I'll be looking for you on the eve of the.
Cents.
Yeah, well, it was worth more than a dime.
Matt Miyoko doesn't know any more than us. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, good point. Good point. His predictions are like frightening. Thanks, Phil.
I know.
Have a good night.
The only thing we can count on is that Kittle and Robbie Gould are going to be special teams guys.
Hey, you know what I really want to see? I want to see Grant Cohn's list. That's got to be hysterical. I'm getting rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. Good night, Phil.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
And we go to Warren J. Warren J. back here again. Come on in, man.
What's going on?
Warren J. Man, the NBC Bears sports cut list is really it's like for dramatic effect. Can you imagine? Okay, well, we can't keep Richie James, but we probably could get something good for him. Although I do see where Matt's coming from in as much as since we got an abundance of players at almost every position except for offensive line, we may find somebody that may be able to deal us a second round. Well, they ain't going to get a second round pick for Richie James, but you may get a fourth round pick. And what if they did lose their mind and tell us all it was for your own good? We put Richie James and Nick Mullins in the package, and we got an offensive lineman. Oh, no, you didn't. I mean, Warren J., what would you do, man? I mean, this is kind of a scary thing.
I get a swing tackle because we need that. We need that very seriously.
Go along with it. All right.
Because we need one very seriously because to hold up our line, if one of our tackles do go down, hope not.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah, we need one of them. But we do need somebody to back up. And that's what I see.
Yeah.
Because you put Richard James and
Mullins
and CJ in the package and get a swing tackle and a decent swing tackle would be all right.
No, I didn't say CJ. I said Richie and Nick. You ain't gonna get nothing for CJ. So that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna make something, if you're serious about making a deal, you got to put Nick in it, and Richie. Now you can tell whoever you're talking to. These guys have been working together for a while. They're a great 1-2 punch, and I think they can do your team some good. Now, what I need is that excessive offensive lineman. You got that center you got sitting idly by. I think this can make a good deal. He's still a rookie. These guys are rookies, and you get a bonus in it. See, you could sit there and talk poo-poo for a few minutes, Warren J, and you could get that dude. I forget that center's name. Somebody told me about him yesterday, but he was a first-round pick, a center. So why don't they want to use him? So we could groom him up. But anyway, fam, what about some of the rest of these positions? Malcolm Smith may say goodbye. Looks like Matt's kicking my boy Kendrick to the curb. What else?
I think we need to keep Kendrick. He's pretty good in the red zone. I like the red zone. So we'll keep your boy, you know what I'm saying?
I hope so.
We need to get rid of CJ.
Man.
We need to keep Nick because you never know what's going to happen to our starting quarterback.
I know, man. That's
So we win some games. If we down for 2 or 3 games, we don't put CJ out there. We ain't going to win no game.
Well, yeah. Kyle really talks like he seriously believes in him. Okay, how about, but he's Kyle running around saying things like, and I know we can win with Jordan Matthews. Kyle, why are you saying that? Orrin, Kyle
I
never
like Jordan
exposes himself.
Matthews.
I do too, but the thing is,
But,
Kyle never exposes himself like that. If he says that, if I'm Jordan Matthews, I'm a little worried. You know what I mean? Why would he do that?
right. I don't know. Probably put a lot of cloud smoke in front of what he's saying right now. You know what I'm saying? Probably a lot of speculation out there. You never know.
Oh, trade. No, nobody's going to trade for Jordan Matthews because he was looking for a job when he came to us. I don't know. He might be telling the truth, I guess. Oh, I can't figure that one out. Woo.
But you never know who the team will call up and call for him. You know. But I don't know. It's a lot of speculation behind this 53-man roster, but I can't really put my hands on it. But
I'm hitting.
I think we're gonna come out real strong with the bet we got though.
Yeah, because we got it. We're not going to keep all them nose tackles either. Phil just pointed out, that's clearly, you're not going to be able to keep. Man, we got DJ and Sheldon Day. Now, you had just two. That would be fine. One can back up the other and keep that philosophy of Salah's going, of all gas, no brakes. Nobody gets tired out there. But still, given you save money, let one of them go. Oh man, what are you thinking? You keep Jones, Taylor, and Day.
I think keep one of them, and let the other one go. So you need some room
Because you got
like
three.
in the secondary.
Yeah. The secondary.
I think we could keep. Yeah, I think we keep one and try to like keep more people in the secondary. You know, like in cornerbacks, really. If we can have some change up there.
Seems like they got a pretty loaded in the secondary. You know, they kept 7, I think. So that's a backup to the backup. But your safeties too. They just put them under the list of DBs. So maybe unless they'd have to find a standout though. Otherwise there's no point. Oh, you got Sherman, you got Witherspoon, you got Ward, you got Kwaski T, Kwan Williams, T. Moore, Jason Verrett, Marcel Harris, Emmanuel Mosley, DJ Reed. These are pretty much all the people we thought were going to make it. But Adrian Colbert, he's going to be a casualty. Dante, of course. Anton Exum, I'm kind of surprised. I didn't know anything to do with that. Quentin Rollins, I know nothing about. Tim Harris, we just drafted him, and he may be gone too. He's on the IR currently, though. Wow. And Tyree Robinson. Yeah. So there you go. Man. Anyway.
Might put something. Might keep something in the wide receiver core. You never know.
I know. But, and the math. Let CJ go and keep an extra wide receiver, Kyle. Whew. But fam, we gotta go.
All right, my 49er brothers.
Hey,
I like to shout out to everybody, my 49er brothers and sisters out there.
All right, boy Jake from the great state of Louisiana. All right, Warren. Appreciate you, fam.
All right.
Talk to you Wednesday night.
No problem.
All right.
Gotcha.
Let's go check out Since Day One. Since Day One.
What's going on with your family?
Oh, Since Day One, man. I'm looking down at the projected cuts. I figured Matt Mayoko got together with his boys and they came up with this cut list, and I'm saying, what? But some of it's probably true. Some of it maybe they guessed. You know what I'm saying? But did you check out the cut list yet? Or who's gonna make it?
No, I was looking at it right now. I seen that Mayoko had it on it, but I don't know if he had it on
Give me 5 minutes because we're trying to get to many people as we can on this. Since Day One, where do you agree? Where do you disagree?
Well, I agree on a lot of it's obvious.
Yeah, true.
Like a lot of it's obvious, and just whatever happens with the wide receivers, and I ain't gonna be mad at it. I mean, Kendrick Bourne, that's my guy. He's had a lot of chances. He's got his chances and everything. So whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at him. Rich James,
Oh.
he's being consistent. And the only thing before the helping was, I think, a lot of his health, his durability, and he's staying out there.
Yeah, he don't
Going
get
out there and
hurt.
he's playing.
He ain't that big. He does not get hurt.
Yeah, and he's staying out there. He's contributing, doing what he has to do.
Since they want one
Whatever
question real
happens,
quick,
happens.
though. One question. Does it send the wrong message? I don't know. I'm just looking at it. Richie James has worked hard. He's earned that job. And you mean to tell me he can't make this team? I don't know. To me, that just, I don't know. It just kind of, even my boy Kendrick, Richie outworked him too. And they going to tell him good night or trade him?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be fair on this. Yeah.
I understand what you mean, Ronbo, but sometimes
Fair don't always come into play.
I mean, he's been here for how many years?
This is
the
second one.
Now?
Yeah.
It's the second one. I thought he's been with us for this. I thought this is his third year.
No, they drafted him last year, last round. He came in like gangbusters. He made that return, that kick against the Hawks. This year, he's worked hard, outworked everybody. Man.
Yeah, he's putting in the work. So I get what you're saying. The wrong message. It might send the wrong message. But these are professionals.
Yeah.
They understand.
At the end of the day.
So they just. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Regardless of what's gonna happen, I mean, besides that though, 2 more weeks, Ronbo. It's already here, Ronbo. I already got my boy. I already talked to somebody. I got the Fire Stick game worked on right now.
All right.
I have a Fire Stick this weekend. I should get it this weekend and make sure I get on that. And he was telling me I got to update it a lot when it comes to sports, but I don't care. I was at my brother's Saturday. Remember I told you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had went to Buffalo's and they didn't even have it preseason, a bunch of shit, man. Anyways, we went to his house and his Fire Stick. He started working with his phone. We did an app, but he was showing me how you got to refresh it. Like you can find the game, but you got to keep on clicking on it, and it'll take you to a different page. You got to juggle a bunch of shit for a while, and sometimes you won't even find it. But for the most part, we found it. But like I said, I already hooked up with his Connect, and I'm gonna get it this weekend, and I already booked the schedule. Like every Sunday, I already told my people and everything. My son, I'm like, hey, every Sunday game day. That's it. Scratch everything. Anybody tries to, don't even call me to make plans, because everybody be trying to do stuff. And if you do, call me after 5, whatever.
There you go.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see it. And if Nick doesn't come back, I don't understand why he wouldn't. If he doesn't, Ronbo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start. I'm not gonna be worried, but that's really like, come on now.
I know, right?
You missed every preseason game. You missed 4 weeks already for an ankle injury, and you're gonna miss a week. You're gonna miss game 1 already. Like, come on, you're already missing, and like, tough.
You got to make sure. You got to make sure Nick's 100%. You know, I'm good. Once he comes back, I want him to stay out there for the rest of the schedule. Now he's going to play 15 games this year. This is the thing. So
if it's an issue that he could play with pain, then why not? But if it can get worse, if it can get worse, then I understand. But what if it can't get worse and it's not? Is it that bad? With
a high ankle sprain, you can play with some pain on some injuries. High ankle sprain will drop him like a ton of bricks. He's got to be able to push off on that foot, and that's what a lot of what he does is predicated in his torque from his hips and legs. So he's got to have his foot. But you know what? I think people are overly concerned and worried about Nick's ankle. He'll be back, and he can afford to miss game 1. That's no big deal. But if he could just come back 100% and go from game 2 and make it to the end of the schedule, we'll be the luckiest team in the world because we'll have the potency of a tank. Man, we got 2 guys.
Yeah, Ronbo. Hell yeah. That's right, Ronbo. Appreciate it. I like what you do. Thanks for the platform.
Thanks
for your time. And good luck with everything else, everything you got going on. And if you're here tomorrow, whenever, I'll be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Wednesday.
But, all right, cool. Yeah, thanks again, Ronbo. Appreciate your time. And it's an honor to be on here chopping it up with you guys and the family. And you guys stay up, stay out of trouble, and stay loyal, stay faithful. All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Since day one. Looking for you
Good
Wednesday. Night, fam. And okay, let's see here. Tiny LTA says, whatever you smoking, I don't want it, Ronbo. Ain't no way in hell we trade James or Mullins, let alone both of them. Put it down. I don't want it. Lord knows I don't want it. I've got a habit of doing every year, is expecting some of the worst things to happen, and normally they don't happen, except for some of the records we've had. But thanks for the contribution, fam. Believe me, I don't want it. I'm just saying, if you're gonna make a deal with somebody and you're serious, you put Richie James and Nick Mullins in a package, you could get something out of Indiana. You might be able to get something out of Belichick. You could shop that them was goods. I mean, Lynch can get on the phone saying things like, "I got the goods." What do you got? How does Mullins and James sound to you? What? What do you got? No, wait. Before you say anything else, what do you got for me? Because NFL is a dog-eat-dog thing. I hope it don't happen, though, fam. I really do. All right, let me go to. Let's go over here to David. We need some humor right now, David. I got the right guy now, David. David, I always picture David.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm here. I was on mute. I sorry about that.
We did that to you. Well, David, it's time to let some players go. Players we've grown attached to down through since OTAs, players that we figured were going to make the team, and some of the players that we did not think were going to make the team. And now the people have demonstrated who they are. If I was to have to make a cut right now between my wide receivers, honestly, people who have worked hard and earned their spot, Richie James would stay, and Dante Pettis would be down at the unemployment office. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have to prove yourself in the preseason, you got to bring your lunch. You know what I mean?
No. If the Niners were willing to hold on to J.J. Stokes for many years, and cut lots of other wide receivers that probably made that, they held on to J.J. Stokes. Wait, no, he wasn't actually. No, you know what? I'm going to take that back because I'm going to look like a fool in this one. He was not there when they drafted Ed McCaffrey, so I take that back. I stand corrected. But there has to have been some other talent that we let go when we had J.J. Jokes.
I know, man. Didn't he make you tired? All that talent out of UCLA, and then he came to 49ers and looked like poo-poo. UCLA, right?
I know.
Yeah.
And he still won a Super Bowl with the Patriots.
Yeah, I said, man, Stokes, I thought you was better than that, man. I used to, look at you while you was playing. I said, man, this dude can go. 49ers got it. Whoa. Then after we got him, man, damn.
And come on, man. I think there was too much pressure for him to be Jerry Rice. That's what it was. I think he was not going to be that great. He was just, your receiver that comes out. He was okay at times, but he was no Jerry Rice.
No.
I mean, they got to, they're kids.
He wasn't scary.
That one, so.
Yeah, he was scary at school, but he wasn't scary.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No. I think Dante Pettis is tougher than he was, so.
Yeah. Pettis is probably more skilled, too. I'm joking, but I'm just saying, as far as who worked the hardest to earn the job, we had some guys who really was busting ass out there. I don't even know if Mayo should be cut. Mayoko could be wrong on that. There's guys that worked hard for that spot, And when I look at Kendrick Bourne, it hurts me, but I know it may be fair, but I don't want it. I want him.
I think the production they've already seen out of Kendrick when he's been there and what he's done, as far as in the red zone now, I think it gives merit to what him saying. I don't, if they let him go, it's a huge mistake, man. I think if they let that guy go, he ends up either in a Patriot uniform or he ends up in a Seahawk uniform.
Yes, or even the Cardinals. Because they're looking for receivers.
Yeah. Or even, you're right. And it'll happen. So it's just a mistake. I think Richie James, he's really good, man. It's hard, but it's like anything else. I think we're very uncomfortable because it's the first time we've been in this situation in a long time.
I know. Ooh, and Richie James fits what the Hawks like to do. They like them
I
little
know.
receivers who can get
Mm-hmm.
open.
For
He
little
bec-
man.
yeah, Richie James he'd be in the Hawks uniform overnight, David. Overnight, they'd have a
Yeah.
Hawks uniform.
Yep. 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 That's true. That's true. So I don't know. So okay. So the receivers that you see on the 53 right now, so it's Hurd, Debo, Marquise. Um,
Maybe I got it right here. Let me see here.
Born at 4.
Yeah.
Trent Taylor's hurt, right? So he's gonna be almost like on the IR.
Well, I guess they're waiting for the doctor to tell them what they're gonna do because right now it's 7 due to Trent Taylor. So it's Pettis, Samuel.
I think they're gonna
Hurd.
BS. They're gonna BS that one. They're gonna put him on the IR.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, they'll BS and they'll put him on the IR.
You get 2 people to put on the IR because they're not. In fact, like Coach said, they're not going to put Jerick McKinnon on the IR or they can't put him on the PUP.
No,
So
I think they can now.
Yeah, they just put him on the 53,
Wow.
and he
Is
just
he
doesn't
supposed
play.
to come back already? Is he supposed to come back already, or is he still hurt?
I think they're going to take their time bringing him back because they don't have to bring him back until.
I don't think that, man, Ronbo. You know what? I don't know if they. Okay, this is gonna sound bad, but I think McKinnon is going through what that kid went through when we had Gore and all them. What's his name? The running back out of.
Oh yeah, and they finally just gave up on him. He was quick.
His knee kept swelling up on him, man. He
Yeah.
was trying to come back, and he even got to the point where he was running and doing everything that was same. Went to the camp, and he just came back and said, "You know what? It just keeps swelling up," and that was it. They let him go.
Yeah, and you might. That's what maybe going on with Jerick.
I hope it doesn't happen to him because I don't hope that on any player. Doesn't matter who it is.
I know,
right?
especially spent that much money on him.
But I mean, he already came back. He had the surgery. He was off for a long time. He came back, no contact drills, right? And then it started swelling up again when he was kind of running around. Man, I don't know.
Oh, someone said Marcus Lattimore. No, after Marcus Lattimore, who was that running back? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, it's not Lattimore, guys. Lattimore is a worse story, but not Lattimore. It's another guy, small guy. He played. He was an alternate on that year that we went to the Super Bowl. All right, David, we got to go because we got a lot of people going to try to get 5 minutes. Everybody gets in, and I'll get that name for you in a minute, huh? All right?
Okay. And Texas boy, don't come back to the room, please. We're in the already. Please, do not come back. Big Show, chime in and say that KB's not going to make it, but he's going to make it, so you're going to look kind of dumb when it's all said and done. So.
All right, David. I'm going to see you Wednesday night, okay? Thanks, fam. Yeah, who was that running back? We talked about this 3 days. Who is he? Okay. Hey, Jordan. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I know Jordan. All right. I'll get back to you. Okay. Thanks for the contribution, too. All right. Hey, JJ! No, not LaMichael James. God. Remember he had the knee. Him and Hyde were going to come back together. They were going to be a great tandem. But LaMichael James, did he ever have a knee injury? I don't think so. Michael, he was just not that good. Hey, Jersey Joe, although he'd be good in Kyle's system, now that I think about it. Jersey. Dre, come on in, Dre. And Dre, we got 5 minutes. What's up, fam? We got 5 minutes trying to get down through that lineup and that 53-man projected roster. And tell us what you like and don't like.
Yeah, first of all, we're not keeping 3 nose guards. That's just apparent. We're playing a wide 9, smart guy.
I know, don't make any
sense.
sense.
That's not going to happen.
True.
Second of all, I'm not keeping Elijah Lee over Malcolm Smith. I don't give a fuck with none of you motherfuckers. Elijah Lee did a motherfucking thing. Ain't never gonna do nothing. Elijah Lee is another Eli Harold. Let's be 100. You okay? Let's be real.
But hey, Dre, I respect you because here's the thing. Like me and Jimmy Ward, I mean, you're one of the few guys that stand behind Malcolm. So I like it.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. And
Get the ladder!
Malcolm started this last game, and he didn't have no mishaps. Was in on a couple of tackles. Looked like his feet was underneath him. So I'm not gonna take a veteran guy. I'm not gonna take Elijah Lee over a veteran like Malcolm Smith. I don't care what none of y'all say. You know what I'm saying? You clown me, say what you want. I don't give a fuck.
And I think his contract got brought down to a place where you might be right too.
They took like $7 million from that man. So I mean, shit. If they're not going to restructure your contract if they're not going to keep you, they're just going to cut you, Rombo. Okay,
they just go ahead and cut you.
They don't restructure contracts to cut guys, bro. They don't restructure your contract to cut you. They keep you. You know what I mean? And other things besides for Matt Mieko's dumbass list. Jet is back. Jet came back to practice today. Very happy to hear about that. Western Richburg activated today, came back to practice.
Well, yeah, he came back.
It's some good things that happen, man.
I didn't see anything about McKinnon.
We got a lot of guys back.
Huh?
Yeah, Jet came back today. Jet came back today along with D Ford. Yes, that actually happened today, bro.
They had him today on the did not practice list. Well, anyway, but hopefully,
Jet's going to practice. Jet, he got activated today. He's going to practice tomorrow.
All right. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, so that's some good things, man. Ramo, I got some questions for you.
Right.
Questions for you. I have to unrecuse myself. So, who has had a better preseason? Dante Pettis or Kendrick Bourne?
Kendrick.
Okay, you're silent. Okay.
Really?
Who? No. Come on, let me go.
I'm agreeing. I'm saying, if anybody questions me before they do, I'm gonna say he has. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Who has had a better preseason? Kendrick or the fastest man in the NFL, Marquise Goodwin? Let's be real.
I'm just saying.
Yes or no?
I haven't got enough sample from Marquise
because his ass was injured. Okay, just like Trent Taylor, his ass was injured. No, well, Marquise, that's why he wasn't in the first couple of weeks. Remember, he had something going on. I don't know if it was a leg or an ankle or some shit, but Marquise was sitting down for a little bit.
I can't make that comparison because I didn't see enough of Marquise. I thought Marquise was being kept out.
I'm talking about in Well, if you're not available, I mean, shit. I mean, that means there's no way he could have had a better preseason.
You compared it with Kendrick, right?
Yeah, and then how many receivers have Yeah, and who has had a better preseason? Is it Kendrick or Jordan Matthews? I mean, they had Jordan Matthews playing special teams, for God's sake, Ronbo. The man was playing special teams. He was playing special teams and it wasn't return kicks. That's not no good thing. Man, look here. Shanahan blowing smoke up ass, bro. I don't want to hear. We could win with Jordan.
With that said, why?
Win with Jordan.
Why is he doing that? To set fire under Kendrick? What is he? What is it? What is he doing that for?
That was free smoke.
Explain it.
Free smoke.
Explain it,
bro. That was free smoke. That was free smoke. Hey man, I put it as Kyle don't want nobody to know what the hell he's gonna do. This is what I do know. Jordan Matthews ain't did shit.
Well, yeah.
That's what I do know. And then there's only two receivers that caught damn touchdown passes in the damn preseason. That was Kendrick and Jalen Hurd. So there's only two, Rombo. There's only two. The other guy who caught receptions for touchdowns was running backs, and that was Raheem Mostert on the screen pass, and then Matt Breida this past week. So I just don't see how you cut this guy. How do you cut this guy?
If you are the defense attorney and I'm sitting in the jury, I'm gonna if we go back in before we convene, we're gonna be in there for 6 months. I'll be the only one, if I have to be, that says not guilty. Bring Kendrick Bourne back here, boy.
I don't understand what Kyle Shanahan is seeing or what he's saying about we can win this with this guy.
Kyle, why are you making
the Bills
these
didn't know.
Oh.
The Eagles, his original team, didn't know they could win with the motherfucker because they cut him twice. So what do you mean?
We got to go,
Man
Dre.
played with 2 teams in the same season last year, man. Come on, I don't get it, but
and you know,
okay,
I
he's
agree.
Jerry Rice's cousin. Let's not forget that. Let's
See,
not forget he's Jerry's
I
cousin.
wonder about that.
You know
All
what
right.
I'm saying?
That made political
shit.
clout.
All right, man. Shout out to the TNT fan, man. You know, my player partner Will Trey Trash Big Show. You know, Jerry Fresh. Who else? Bob Money. Shea Lewis, Monkai Russo, man. You know, we got a game on Thursday. Let's see what happens, man.
I'll see you Wednesday night.
All right,
We're going
bro.
to talk about it for the game.
Yes,
All right, fam.
Oh,
Have
yes,
a good
sir.
night.
See me on Wednesday. All right, bro.
All right. Yeah, Dre jumped up, unrecused himself tonight just to get it together. If Kendrick makes this team, I'm going to be out. Look out, fam. I'm going to be jumping. You can see me bouncing off the ceilings and walls and everything. He brings a certain spirit to this team that I want to continue with this team. It could have an effect on the team. Jersey Joe, is that you making all that noise?
Hello?
Yeah. That's not Jersey. Who is that?
No,
It's
James. What's up, Ronbo?
We ain't hear from James. James, you've been going a long time now that I think about it. I ain't talked to you in a couple of times.
Yeah, I was on a little vacation.
Okay.
Having a nice little family get together.
Oh, well, it is summertime.
Anyway,
Good for you. All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Thanks be to God. So, you know, but I do agree with a lot of callers that have called in tonight. You know, we're not going to keep all of those. We don't need 3 nose tackles. And
Yep.
I do believe
It's the gospel truth.
that, you know, this situation with Ronnie Blair, now that he's injured dealing with that core injury, that means if he...
Core? No. It's a groin injury.
Oh, it's a groin injury. Well,
Yeah.
is that going to lead to a surgery or what? Because if that does, then he's going into a contract year next year. So
You don't know, James, with that kind of injury, I imagine the 49ers, just to be careful, these games don't mean nothing. He ain't going to play the last game anyway. And practice,
Right.
Go ahead, rest up, Ronnie Blair. We know what you can do. You know how Salah says, if you want to win, you put Blair in. You know? So he ain't going nowhere. But go ahead.
That you know, I mean, somebody's got to go because we already know who the first 5 are. You know what I mean? With Buckner, Thomas, Armstead, Bosa, and then you might as well say D Ford. And then at the end of the day, it's like Sheldon Day, Julian Taylor, and Kentavious Street. That's 8 right there. Last year they kept 10, and I do believe, you know, I don't know about Ronnie Blair and DJ Jones because we got so many. We got 3 nose tackles already, and Julian Taylor
Blair's
is
not,
a very
Blair's
good
not an
player.
interior lineman, though.
Okay. Well, you know, it's just going to be. It's going to, you know, in playing that wide 9 scheme. I mean, it's gonna really.
Blair can play
pretty much say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's gonna
Actually, Blair makes those other guys expendable. You know what? Between those 3 nose tackles, you're right, because Blair can play inside or outside. I just realized.
And the thing is, probably Bellagio will probably go to the practice squad, and you know, what's the other one? Kevin Givens. He's another one that'll probably go to the practice squad. But at the end of the day,
Yeah, Givens.
you know, I'm just
Bromley,
I'm just believing that
maybe.
I think DJ Jones might be really a player that's in trouble because at the end of the day,
No, his daddy makes too good a barbecue now.
Okay, well, he might like to eat them slabs of ribs, but he can sure eat them somewhere like down in L.A. or something for them can of spam, them spam burgers. Yeah, but anyway, you know, with that receiver situation, you know, hey, Kyle saying that, you know, Jordan Matthews, they could win with him. Well, that's what Philadelphia thought. Philadelphia thought twice that they could, and then he was cut by Buffalo. So, and I think he even had a stench on the Patriots. So,
I think you're right.
I guess all them other coaches had to think that they could win with him too, but they moved on from him. Yeah, so I do believe it's a smokescreen. One thing I can say about Richie James, you could repeat every game that he's been in, in this preseason, and I even seen it last year. Hey, he may drop a ball here and there, but one thing that he is constantly open on them routes. I mean, the separation, it's unbelievable. We know he can return kicks, okay? And I'm telling you, every pass pattern that he basically runs, he's got great separation skills. He's wide open.
He's quick.
And you can take a player like that, and you can win championships with a player like that. But this guy Matthews, yeah, I understand the great talk, but I guess you could sit down at a round table with all the other coaches he played for, and they'll be telling each other, yeah, we knew we could win with it, but it didn't last long. So, I look at him, and nothing for nothing. I mean, it's so much talent on the team right now. I think that possibly if there had to be an expendable one, I don't know about maybe even Dante Pettis. Because he's got that little...
Dante's been the whipping boy of the 2019 preseason, ain't he? I just got to.
He let them.
Yeah, we got to stop working Dante.
In that Broncos game, them guys were just manhandling him, man.
He didn't even.
I mean.
Oh God, Dante, don't let him. And they wrote about it, James. They wrote about it.
Ronbo, let me tell you about when you're cementing yourself and who you are and what you're going to do. You see that new number 19 and that number 17?
Yeah, there's a replacement.
They're forces to beat because they move the ball, bro. Yes,
I know.
do.
I know. James, we're giving everybody 5 minutes
tonight. We're going to find out a lot Friday. Yes, sir. Well, thank you for what you do.
Thanks,
and
James.
For the platform you provide for us once again. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening. Thanks,
James. Appreciate you, fam. All right. See you on the eve of the last preseason game. All right.
Okay. All right. Take care.
All right, let's go see if Jersey Joe's now ready. JJ, he keeps driving by, but he doesn't answer his phone. Probably drove by the wrong house. Carjacked him. JJ! Told you to stay out driving down them wrong streets. All right. Let's go to Dion.
Ronbo, what's happening?
D, man, we're sitting here looking at projections as to who's going to continue to be a 49er as opposed to who isn't. And Dion, who do you not want to see leave that may be on the bubble? And who do you know is going to stay? See, these are things that are fun to talk about before this roster gets picked up. So that shows you what kind of depth in thinking you have as far as judging talents. What do you think, Dion?
Of course. So I can tell you right now, I looked at the same exact thing that you looked at today, Ronbo. Yes. And I was actually like, you know what? We got Monday Night Raw tonight. I got to call in and talk to my guy.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Simplest thing I can tell you, Sheldon Day, DJ Jones need to be careful because there are two people on the squad that have been on the field producing, and their names are Jeremiah Balawaga and Demontre Moore.
Yes.
Be very
really
mindful
done a lot of work.
Of those two dudes because if we let them go, they can pick up Ronbo immediately. Somebody's going to look at Balawaga and see exactly what he did, and they're going to like, okay, no, we need him.
And Demontre Moore?
They're going to look at Demontre Moore and go, he done reproved himself. Now he's back. Okay, we'll pick him up. We'll take him. And then at the same time, Ronbo, you got to think about it. Those two dudes come where? They come off that edge. And
we ain't got but two.
Bosa currently? Where's Nick Bosa sitting? He's sitting down with a high ankle.
Sitting down with that ankle.
And they're saying, I read the same article they were talking about earlier as far as him, possibly missing the week one because we play the Bucs and they have a crappy offensive line.
And ain't no point in wasting.
I get that. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is starting to alarm me again, and anybody can say what they want. But Nick ain't been healthy again, and I don't like this. I don't like this lingering injury. I understand how a high ankle sprain works. I used to run track. I've had them. They suck, and it can take a while to get over. But that's what I'm saying. And then at the same time, what the heck has happened to Jason Verrett? We ain't heard nothing. I haven't heard
they don't
anything
say a
on Jason
word.
Verrett.
No reports. Whether he went to the
Nothing.
movies
No
last
reports.
night, what did he have
Ain't
for
nobody
dinner?
said nothing.
Nothing. Yes.
Nothing. So I'm thinking to myself, I like Jason Verrett. I want him to be healthy. I want him to be ready to go. So are they just keeping his health under wraps so they could just go ahead and spring it on him? Boom. Spoon, you got put second string. Jason Verrett and Richard Sherman are starting. That we're going to go ahead and interchange K-Wan, DJ Reed, and even Jimmy Ward if we feel like it at the nickel spot. You know, because we got T. Moore back there that can take the spot. When you see what they did when they brought in T. Ward, T. Moore, and then they had Jimmy Ward playing the nickel because they know he can do that.
Yeah.
So I can tell you right now, Dre is my dude, and yes, I'm going to say your name because that's my guy. I love this dude. But him talking about he want Malcolm Smith over Elijah Lee, I don't want either one of them. I don't want either one of them. Neither one of them. I don't want Malcolm Smith or Elijah Lee. Get him out of here. Don't need either one of you. Al Shahir, yes, I want him there because he makes tackles. That guy's been on the field producing.
And
like this last preseason game, Ronbo, is going to be beautiful. Like, you're going to literally watch us go out there and just destroy the Chargers as we always do. This is every year we do this. We never lose to them. I don't think we lost to them in like 10 years or something like that.
You're right.
Yeah, it's always how we do it. We just keep killing them every single season. And I know because one of my good friends is a Charger fan, and I always give him crap about it. He always tells me it's a preseason game, but I tell him, you remember the last time we met up in the Super Bowl? Dang, what happened? Oh, we won.
It was bad too. And yeah, it's just like the. But here's the question: just like the NBA, have you ever met a Charger fan? Have you ever met a Clippers fan? I've never talked to these people. Have you ever met one?
I'm telling you, my boy is a diehard Charger fan. He got a Junior Seau jersey that literally has faded away. So, I mean, he's diehard. Like, he knows everything going on with his Charger. He's hardcore. Like, that's my dog. That's my brother. But, I mean, Ronbo, honestly, as far as the receivers, Ronbo, get in this chant with me. KB. Come on now. He got to make the squad. I don't care what they say about Jordan Matthews. Jordan ain't been out there producing. KB been out there doing what he can. And
like
I'm telling you right now, he got to be there, man. I'd rather take KB than anyone else.
Never gets hurt.
I'm telling you.
Makes some miraculous plays. Tight window catches over 3 defenders draped all over him. Get him in the end zone. He's become straight money. And Jordan Matthews, Matthews is one of the special teams and things like that. It's not like, we're going to be careful with you because we want you to start for us next year. I don't believe that. What's going on with Jordan Matthews? I mean, I understand he's Jerry Rice's relative and he's royalty and all that, but come on, man. No. I mean, he could be on a team, but I'm not getting rid of Kendrick, and I'm not getting rid of Richie James either. I mean, Dion, this is insane.
No.
Richie James has earned a job in San Francisco. God, some of these, Matt, I shouldn't have read this.
Richie James he is definitely earned a job. You've seen him with the return game. You've seen him on the field. Richie is worth everything. And I'm telling you right now, I'd take Richie and KB over Jordan Matthews any day. And I already know that Trent Taylor's going to most likely go on IR. And we need to just cut Garrett Selleck and call it a day, man. He don't need to be on the squad no more. I like the guy, but hey, you spend all this time in concussion, then you get injured again. Just cut him and don't waste the roster spot.
It's scary.
You know?
We got to stop. We're going to give everybody 5 tonight since we got going over the roster so long. So, fam, I'll see you Wednesday night, all right?
All right, brother. Be good.
All right,
Stay Niner faithful. Niner gang all day.
Thanks, fam. Have a good night. Yeah, see, Dion making all kind of sense. Maybe everybody makes sense on this matter. Okay. Mad 614, thanks for the contribution too, fam. He says, Pettis injured his wrist when he signed a rookie deal. Jersey Joe, is that you, Mad 614, Jersey Joe? You changed it. Why are you so amused by that comedy?
That was fun. No, I didn't write it. Hey, Robert, finally.
It's like your material. JJ!
What? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Were you on before and we couldn't hear you? Oh, okay.
I was on multiple times, all 3 times. I don't know why it didn't go through.
Oh,
I
okay.
think Mrs. Ronbo is mad at me.
Well, you're on now. Hey, so as far as the roster projections and guys who are going to make a team and not make the team, I don't know, Michael, I don't know if he put that down for entertainment purposes only. Does he know something others don't know? But there's going to be some feelings hurt no matter what. There's a lot of Jordan Matthews fans. I imagine you're one of them, actually. And I have to think about it. You're not a Kendrick Bourne fan. No. Wait, Jersey. You are usually siding with me when Big Show and I get into it. Is that right?
For the most part, yes, but I can't stand Kendrick Bourne.
Okay,
but
it is Kendrick Bourne that you don't appreciate. Okay, all right. But what? Go ahead.
I don't like him for his outside antics. I don't like how he's a little weirdo. I don't like that he owns a purse, Ronbo. I can't stand that.
I know men mention that. Only you would notice and not appreciate that. Bourne has a lot of things to carry around, okay? Pockets are, he wears pants kind of snug. You can't put things in your pocket when they're too tight.
See, you even noticed. But I don't like him. I don't like Kendrick for Kendrick. But he's third year in this scheme.
Yeah.
He is our red zone threat, even though it's only 4 yards most of the time.
Well, still, that's hard for most people.
So, my take on that is we're not going to get rid of Bourne. I would like to, but I don't think we're going to. God. Matthews, I mean, you got to put it in perspective. Maybe Shanahan's not playing him because he made up his mind, all right, I'm going to keep him. Or he's made up his mind, I'm not going to keep him.
So don't let him get hurt, so he'll still have some place to go healthy. I'm hoping that maybe that is the thinking. Wait a minute, I mean, again, I hear Big. Is that Big Show? Stop laughing, Big Show. I know he's laughing and loving this. Okay, go ahead, Jersey. God.
Well, Big Show, he really wants Matthews to stay on this, because he really doesn't like Bourne.
I know.
I mean, he has dropped easy catches, Ronbo. I can't believe that.
Oh, I know. I know. But he's made some. Oh God. He's made up with it with some nice ones, though. You can't catch them all. I just wish you wouldn't miss the easy ones.
Yeah, speaking of Big Show and Kendrick Bourne, don't ever count on your jersey ever coming, Ronbo.
Well, now Big Show could say he's not playing for this team anymore. I don't know why you continue to ask for that number. I could already hear him.
And I know he's listening, because we already made a bet earlier that he flaked on for $500. So if he's flaking on me, I know he's gonna flake on you. So.
Oh, this is what he does. So we're gonna find you at some point, and I'm gonna get my jersey, and you're gonna pay Jersey Joe, or else what are we gonna do? We're going to take away your favorite drive-through. No more Popeyes. You've seen the lines out of Popeyes, right? If we see you in that line, we're going to tell him that you're some kind of a criminal. He is. He doesn't pay his bills.
Yeah.
But anyway, JJ, anything else you object to or support on that list?
I don't know. It's up in the air about Dante Pettis. I'm really confused on what's going on right there.
No, he'll be okay.
I don't know that. I mean, you named all the defensive linemen that we had right there. I'm glad that Richford's back. That's awesome.
I know, right?
But did you say that Street was going to be one of those that are cut?
No, Contavious is on. Okay, they invested too much time and effort, and didn't we get Contavious in the 4th round? There's no way you're going to cut. Right now, it's Buckner, Ford, Bosa, Armstead, Thomas, Day, Blair, Jones, Taylor, and then Street.
Yeah. All right, yeah, that's cool. I'm cool with that. I think Day would be the odd man out. He probably will be.
Yeah.
Him or Jones, maybe.
But, he outplayed Jones. I hear Sheldon Day probably would get ahead. You know what I don't want to see, though, Jersey? I don't want to see both DeMontre Moore and Valoaga. If I could get rid, I maybe let one of those inside linemen go. I need an extra exterior. Valoaga and DeMontre Moore, these guys are crazy coming off the edge. I don't need 3 interior linemen. With what the defense we're going to be playing, and I got enough guys to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think Richie should be maybe number 1. I'm going to say it.
Richie James?
Just like what Dre said. I mean, it's like you've seen a lot of Kendrick Bourne, even though that doesn't really justify that he's better than the other players that he was bringing up.
Yeah.
It's just they haven't got any play time. But
God.
But Richie
Jersey,
is.
Yeah. We're gonna go because we're getting 5 minutes, everybody, because everybody wants to say something about this cut list. So let me see it Wednesday night.
All right, I'll say fuck Dallas, fuck Texas boy. Pay Dak all that money, so you're gonna be broke. All right, I'm out.
There it is. We go from L.A. to Dallas by Jersey. Good stuff. God, dude kills me. Woo! Hey, let's go to Indo.
Oh, what's happening, Ronbo?
Indo, man. We're sitting there. You know, we need to get ready for this. We're preparing for when we hear the news Saturday, I got a feel we're going to say, oh, hell no. Really? I just told you, there's going to be a few of those. You know what I mean? So now
I know.
We're looking at the potential, and Matt Mielka's freaking me out. I think Richie James is what freaks me out most. Because I think if you work hard, if you bust your butt and impress everybody, why am I going to get cut? If I'm Richie, I'd run in the office. Coach, talk to me, man. No, Richie, You know what? Come on, be a man, all right? This is the way it works in the NFL. You know, no. Explain to me what I got to do to make this team. You know, it's scary.
Oh, Richie James is making this team.
I hope so. Yeah.
You see that ball that Nick Mullins threw to Jordan Matthews?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't overthrown. He was just slow as shit, man. Any other receiver on our squad would have caught
made that catch, right?
Yep.
So,
I think he got his roster spot. He's too valuable in our special teams, and he's shown some flashes while playing, slot or whatever.
Even Jordan Matthews versus Richie ain't right. Yes. How does Jordan Matthews beat out everybody? I don't dislike Jordan Matthews because he's Jerry's relative. But still, fair is fair. Ain't no such thing as fair.
Yeah, he didn't show anything in the preseason. I don't know if he didn't get reps or I don't know. But I like KB and I like Richie.
Yeah. They cost less money. I think between them, they don't make as much money as they got to pay Jordan Matthews. And he didn't really show all that much. Maybe it wasn't his fault. They didn't use him or whatever. But still, you know? Hey.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe.
You hear about that rumor that they're shopping C.J. Beathard?
Tell me more. What?
I don't know. I heard about that. I don't know if it's true, but you know why they didn't play him last week? Was he injured?
No.
Or this last game?
Well, Kyle said he's going to play him. Well, he's going to play tomorrow. Thursday.
Oh, yeah, he's probably starting.
Yeah, the 49ers.
You know, I got a hot.
Yeah, he may play.
I got a hot take, man.
What do you think?
Jerick McKinnon ain't making this team.
You could be right, but somebody said because of the money situation with Jerick McKinnon, the 49ers can't really cut him this year. Now, I think next year that might be an option, especially if he doesn't heal up. But this year...
I think Jeff Wilson, he's showing a lot. I think we can't just cut him. He can get picked up right away.
And you can't put him on you're right, you can't put him on the practice squad because he'll get picked up.
You're paying Jerick McKinnon top dollar to be your third down, like a third string running back. I can't see that happening.
See, that's the thing. He's not. People get confused. He's not a third string. He's not, what he is yet to be seen. It's hard to know where he fits into the program because when Kyle got him, remember, he was the top dog. Even though we both had both McKinnon and that's why I want to know, what is it, Kyle? Because he picked him up for his program.
We had to overpay for him too a little bit.
Well, there you go. But other teams wanted him.
Yeah, I think you cut your losses sometimes and you just got to move on, I think.
You got to. But as financially, it's not of a benefit to the 49ers to cut him this year. As I say, next year, though, it won't hurt him cap-wise. This year it does. So I just don't know.
Let's see though.
Yeah, I'm dying to see. If his knee keeps swelling up, though, God, that's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks suspect right now. Let's see if he practices tomorrow. Let's see. You think he's playing Thursday?
No. I mean, Dre said it, but I can't imagine that. If he hasn't been playing all preseason long, I don't see McKinnon playing at least 3 to 4 weeks into the season. 49ers are going to make good and ensure that there's no problem with him playing before he goes out there. There's no need to hurry him out there because our running back crew can handle it fine. So I see McKinnon coming in at the earliest after the break. We got that after week 3, right?
Might as well just put him on the IR and let him come back week 6. I think.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. So, anything else you see on that list of potential cuts that you think may not happen?
I think we're all going to keep. I don't think we need that many nose tackles. I think we just need one.
We all agree.
DJ Jones. I think that's it.
Dang, I like Jones too.
We don't need that. Honestly, I think we should trade Armstead too, man. I'm not happy with that guy right now.
He should be. He's one of our best run defenders, and
but
also
Thomas been looking nice so far.
Thomas has been looking real good, actually. But Armstead brings violence to that front line that's valuable. And his height, too. You could see a lot of batted down balls. Him and D-Buck next to each other may be the reason why D-Buck got all them sacks last year, because Armstead stayed out there the whole year. You got to, no matter what, you got to respect Armstead if you're a player, offensive or defensive offensive lineman, because he will get to the backfield if you don't. So 49ers going to give him one more look. But he's going to be expensive next year, and they're going to look at some of the guys they got now, and they'll make a decision on him as well, though, because he's getting the $10,000 this year.
Maybe trade him for O-lineman.
Now you got to either that you'll have to trade him because his contract will expand well, it'll be an ending contract, so maybe. But Endo, hey, we see you Wednesday, fam. If you got some time.
All right. Have a nice night, Ronbo.
Yeah, you too, Endo. Hey, Lamar, what's up? Lamar says, Kyle is using JM as motivation for the others. I thought about that. But even now, you still going to run. Well, they still got a few more days of practice, don't they? Lawrence Barker says, I'm still waiting to hear Jimmy G detractors say they're sorry for the lack of confidence. Here. Ain't nobody saying nothing. I didn't catch a network dude saying, all right, my bad. I forget, I was watching, that was NFL Network. The dude with a tattoo on his neck. I only had to go on was a little bit, and I just, and it was, the other dude was pointing across, and I decided that it wasn't all his fault after I re-looked at the film. You got Bradley Chubb up in your face, and the Denver Broncos, it was a little tough. So, he made some good throws. Oh, now you get it. Hey, Twin.
Ronbo.
Twin, ain't talked to you in a while, fam. Sup?
I know, man. I'm back at it, man. You feel me? Ready for the regular season, man.
You on the road right now?
You know it, man. I'm getting that money, man. Don't stop, man. To the tires pop, man. You feel me?
Twin driving the big, and I mean big rig. Twin!
Yeah,
like you say, though.
Big roster cut we got going on, man. Let's talk about
what do you think about that?
That's what I called in, because I've been listening to y'all, man, and I'm just going to put in my little 2 cents, man. I don't care who don't like it. But I've been looking at these wide receivers, man. KB, I like the kid, but he played his way out of spot, man. All them drops and his character, you know what I mean? I think Jordan Matthews going to take his spot. That's just how I feel, because they want a veteran wide receiver. They want a veteran wide receiver to groom up Debo, Hurd, and get Dante back in the shape, because I don't know what's going on with Dante, but Dante making the team.
Wait, Twin. Kendrick's got, he's a veteran.
Need some tissue. Yeah, so That's just how I feel, though. I might be wrong, but shit, that's just how I feel. And as far as the linebackers go, I think we taught. You know how the league is going into a passing league, so I'm thinking we want these linebackers that can cover, that can run and chase, and you know what I mean, get out in space, go cover people. We don't need. We can stop the run. Our front four is going to stop that run, bro.
Yep.
So we're not really worried about the run. We need some linebackers that can run around back there, and that's why I think kind of like Elijah Lee and that series or Reeves, whatever his name is. I think that got some validation to it, because you know what I mean. I think that's what we need. I think we need some linebackers that can run. That's why we ain't keeping Mayo. That's why we ain't keeping none of them.
Ooh.
But that's just how I feel. And on that nose tackle, we keeping Sheldon Day, bro. Day been balling.
And
I don't
that's
care
what I'm saying.
Nobody say. He been batting balls, and if we keep him, we can let Armstead go, and we can rotate in Julian Taylor and Street. You know what I mean?
But
so you got to think about that too.
But
we got to pay Kittle, and then we got to pay Depot coming up.
True.
So we're not gonna keep everybody on that line, but in Armstead, I think this is gonna be his last year as far as his cap.
Yeah,
but that's
I can see that.
Just me, though.
I can see that. Armstead. They'll keep him this year, no doubt about it. But you're right. Next year,
right?
He's got to go. He's got to go nuts this year, or else there's going to be some argument at the arbitration table, and then they'll say, "Well, you can we'll give you a release." Then, yeah.
Right, because we can keep Taylor can do what he can do right now. He tall, he physical, he got that bull rush, and he can stop that run in that middle. You know what I'm saying? While we got the outside with Depot and Butt. So yeah. And that's just how I feel them. They gonna stay, and I think we're gonna let Jones. Go. But that's just me, though.
Yeah, because between Sheldon Day and DJ Jones, you're right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Sheldon's outplayed DJ this year.
He been balling, Ronbo. Just like all the preseason games, he been batting balls down. He's been getting in there. He's been playing. So
plus, he's a threat to get the quarterback. He can actually get to the quarterback. So
yeah, and I think we're getting rid of CJ too. So CJ got to go too, because we need that spot.
I don't know why Kyle.
He's been here hella time.
Yeah, I don't.
But he got to
Kyle
go
running around telling people. I know, that's what I'm saying. Why is Kyle telling people that? I don't. If we keep 3 quarterbacks, I would be really shocked.
I don't see the point in keeping them, though. I don't see the point, though. It's just a waste of a spot.
That you can be right. That we could use on a player that we don't have any business cutting. So.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, we could keep Mostert or one of them cats. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
Mostert,
man. Like, that was shocking to me. Like,
Mostert's in. He ain't going to
Mostert make the team?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, God.
I mean, Mostert gives you, one of the best gunners in the league. And don't let one of us lose one of the running backs. Mostert come out there and outplay the dude.
Right.
So, yeah, Mostert,
for sure. On everything. Yep. I'm just ready for Tampa Bay, man. Get whoever going to start. We got to get the depth chart going, but I just think KB played himself out of a spot, though. That's just how I feel. I've been watching the preseason. Yeah. I ain't really been speaking on it. You know what I mean? Jordan Matthews come in, he catch everything thrown at him. He just keep his head down. He go to work. You know what I mean? That's what they like about Jordan Matthews, right? Like, you know what I mean? He come in there, he catch everything they throw to him. He catch it, he go to work.
Not everything. I mean, from what I understand, DJ Reed shuts him down in practice. You may be right, Twin. You may be right. We're going to find out this weekend.
I've been watching the preseason games, I've been watching preseason. Everything they threw to that man, he's hot. He come in. Every time he come in, they throw to him. He catch it. He come back out, bro. That's his main goal. Like, come in, I'm going to catch the ball. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do.
Twin,
only time he didn't catch it was Nick Mullins overthrew him. But that boy was wide open.
Twin, stop. I can't stand it, man.
You'd have threw it to KB like that, he would have dropped it. So somebody going to need some 50, bro. So
there you go. Twin, we got to go.
Like, I'm just keeping 100.
I know. I ain't arguing. I agree. It may be.
We're going to see Saturday, man. And whoever we got, we're going to rock with them. So let's do it.
There you go. All right. Twin, great to hear from you. We'll look for hearing from you again since it's football season. All right, fam. Have a good night.
For sure. 49ers up, man, all day. One.
All right, fam. There you go. And Twin, we got to go. Twin, we got to go. All right. 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 Twin Twin, came in, B slapped me about my boy Kendrick. I'm hurt. And, I'm willing to listen to the truth. If Kendrick makes those 2 catches, we ain't having this conversation. It would be obvious that Kendrick gets kept. But the coach has got to make any margin for error. You don't have any this year. Nighthawk.
What's going on, Rambo?
Nighthawk, man. I'm sitting there. Only Dre and myself is keeping Kendrick Bourne. Nighthawk, are we cutting KB?
I want to keep Mr. James.
I know, right? I believe somebody made a mistake. I think he's being kept no matter what. So, yeah. Because if it's about between CJ and keeping Richie James, come on, Kyle. Don't play with me. I just don't know. We got defensive line. We got 3 nose tackles, Nighthawk. We probably don't need 3 nose tackles, especially with the kind of defense we're playing these days. I told you about the wide receiver situation, Richie James, you just mentioned. Offensive lineman, we need Joshua Garnett. I still don't know. I know this is going to be the scariest cut we ever had.
KB, I don't know.
I know, sis. Everybody says that. KB has 2 type of fans. Fans who just love him to death, and fans that wanted him gone last year. So I'm just, okay. So, yeah. It's okay, Nighthawk. Everybody does not love my boy Kendrick.
Yeah, because I like Mr. James, man, because he's just good.
He works hard. He made this team as far as I'm concerned.
If we let him go and he goes to Seattle, it's not going to be good.
And he is tailor-made for what they like to do in Seattle. Oh, man. Oh, God. Perfect for Seattle. They'll pick him up.
Yeah, but if he do, I do not want him to go to no Seattle.
I don't either. In fact, if it even sounds like Seattle's looking for him, Kyle, you got to find a way to keep him, man. Don't let the Hawks have he's going to be great at some point. Man.
You know how Seattle is.
No, I do. Yeah, they'll make him look like a superstar. Also, is Kyle Shanahan, are you going to let him get away with keeping 3 quarterbacks and one of them being C.J. Beathard? Nighthawk?
I also want what's the name? Debo's good too.
Oh, Nighthawk, you ain't even got to worry about Debo. There's 4 guys you really don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about Jalen Hurd. Hey, and stop by Popeyes and give me that spicy chicken sandwich, Jersey Joe. Okay, you got Debo is not going anywhere. Jalen Hurd not going anywhere. Dante Pettis not going anywhere. Trent Taylor is not going anywhere. Marquise Goodwin most likely not going anywhere. That leaves 1 more spot, maybe 2, because if Trent Taylor's going to be laid up, they might put somebody in for him. So the other 2 spots are going to be either include Richie James and Jordan Matthews, or Richie James and Kendrick Bourne.
So I want Richie James and the other name you said.
Wait a minute. Richard Bourne. James and Bourne, right? Richie James?
Yeah. No, the other guy, yeah.
Oh, Jordan Matthews? Hey, now you haven't given your opinion on Jordan Matthews yet.
I think he's okay too, but like I said, I would have him on the team than KB.
Oh! Watch Jersey Joe drive back by again. Nighthawk just hit me with a haymaker, man. Okay, have to learn to understand that he's not done. He had a couple of misses. I know. Anyway.
Yeah,
And
but
Jordan Matthews.
if he stays, I'll be soft.
Yeah, well, oh my God, shocked even. Okay. Well, Night Hawk, everybody gets 5 minutes tonight to talk about the roster cuts. So, Night Hawk, I'm going to go, hurt feelings and all, and I'll see you Wednesday night. Okay.
Okay.
Let me get a holler.
Think of this shout out.
And you know this. Night Hawk!
Night Hawk is out. See you next time.
All right, Night Hawk. Looking forward. Mark! Mark out.
I'm with the man, the Mr. 49er fan legend, Ronbo.
Mark, great to hear from you, fam. I'm telling you.
Man.
You know, Mark, this weekend, as early as next week, Monday morning, afternoon, you're liable to see a couple of 49ers or so over there. You know what I'm saying? Because we got some good players. They can't stay here. But I don't want them going in the conference, and I can see Arizona and Seattle. So, oh, yeah, we'll take him. You know.
Shit, Arizona needs all the help they can get over here, man.
See,
but
they signing people like Michael Crabtree. Man, they'd love to have Kendrick Bourne. Less money, just as productive probably at this point.
They got
Richie James.
Nice wide receiver group.
They got a good one. I understand they lost the big kid. What's that draft pick's name? Something
Devin
wrong.
White.
No. The kid that just drafted here this last. Oh yeah, Devin. I heard about Devin White. I didn't mean to laugh at Devin, but come on, Devin. At that combine that year, Mark, the dude was so bad. I was dreaming. Ooh, I wish you could pick up some Devin White. He ain't played a year yet. Kevin White, yeah. He ain't played one season.
Man, but Ronbo, it's been a while, man. Brother been moving and chicken and jiving. But, man, I just wanted to get up in here. I didn't see the same roster cuts. I don't know if it's a Bay Area,
This is NBC Sports. Yeah. What did you see?
I just saw the one that got leaked out from the insiders or whoever.
Oh, tell me about it, because I didn't go over that one.
Ronbo, to be honest with you, I'm not really the one to act like I know the entire roster, or or I just happy to see Breida was listed one. That was the one that
he was a lock.
News writer. Yeah, but I'm happy to see he deserves to be number one.
Yeah.
And because I'm not into the names, man. Let's look at the pure talent. I think if we focus on that more, and if the coaches did that more, some of these decisions is clear cut. Richie James is the best wide receiver on the team right now.
It's the gospel truth.
I don't know what the hell anybody else who don't see that is looking at. Now we haven't seen. We've seen Goodwin too out there. So yeah, he's the best one out there on the field right now. It's hands down. Another thing, man, I just wanted to chime in on something from yesterday. If we was talking about that Pettis, I've been like Sean said, I'd be listening. So I ain't been on in a while, but I'll be listening. And Trey hit on it too. Everybody gets confused with dog with effort. Pettis is not a dog. No. He's not. We get that. However, he can be a damn cougar, a lion, or something, a bobcat.
Yeah, no,
or something. He don't got to be a pussycat.
Yeah.
I'm saying he needs to step up and put some effort out there, Ron. But that's all people saying. His effort is just super low. So
and you can see it on his face.
Gonna get cut. Yeah, it's just his effort's not there. That's what everybody's trying to say. His effort. This is still football. And that's what everybody's trying to say. It's just not there, Ronbo. I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's the pressure from the offseason. Everybody's saying, you number one, you number one. He just don't look like – he don't even jump up and say first down or signal first down. He caught a sweet pass last week. Jimmy G put it on him on an out, like a 15 and out.
Mm-hmm.
He just got hit, and it looked like he just did not enjoy that hit.
No, he does.
I don't know.
Mark, I got to tell you, though, I just want to share this with you really quick. I'm convinced, though, that he wants nothing to do with possibly getting hurt in the preseason. I saw that last year. When I told Gohard, I said, Gohard, I think Pettis, I seen him shut down on a play because he thought he was going to get hit. It was in preseason. I said, is he bailing on plays because he's trying to avoid contact? I think so.
Yeah.
And Gohard told me, no,
That
man,
triple
you seeing
coverage
things.
play.
Huh?
That triple coverage play. It was a risky pass, but if you go back and look at it, Jimmy G put that on the money.
He could have went
he
up.
Just jumps up and puts his hands up. He has it. And man.
He was not going to jump between them three bodies, Mark. There was no way. Because if he comes down wrong or against them guys trying to hurt him, he thinks he's out for the season. Watch Pettis go buck wild in Tampa Bay. Watch. And I hope you're right. Next year, and the next year at this time, when he's out there loafing around, see, man, don't pay him no mind. That's what he does every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then get back to the roster real quick. McKinnon, I know everybody's kind of up in the air. Man, I don't know, man, Ronbo. I want to see him get a chance. Obviously, we're not going to cut, depending on how much money we lose. I don't know, man. That's just I feel like we're wasting money. At some point in time, when you buy a lemon card, do you keep putting money into that damn lemon, or do you just cut your ties and say, hey, I lost out?
Or take it back to the dealer?
It's just, yeah, I mean, we got to figure it out. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know. You got to consider that.
Yeah. Well, I figured they did. Yeah. I really am curious, though, to see what he looks like. And why did Kyle so hardcore go after him? I think Kyle had a plan for him, and I think he fit the plan. So that's me. I'm just curious to see, what is it? Let me see. Right. So.
And you still hanging on to that KB.
I know, If he makes a team, boy, you're going to see one more happy dude, Mark.
Honestly, I get why you want him, because sometimes he'll come through and he's just only the way KB can.
Yeah.
And it's just consistency is the thing that's just that's what he's missing.
And Kyle says that about him all the time, too. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Well, Mark,
I don't know where we're going at, man.
I know. We'll find out still soon. We got a few more hours. Well, Mark, Preseason get back. Now that it's football season, Mark, I think we'll see you a lot.
To see Breida number one, man. If you want to go back and watch that game, Breida blew through a linebacker. We don't see that from nobody else. And he's the little running back we got. So I'm just happy to see that.
He got stronger
I
this
hope
year.
he can sustain that number one, bro.
Oh, he's Breida. Number one, number two, he ain't never going to be three. It's always. Breida's the man. Yeah, they know it. They ain't going to mess with him.
I just want to see him rewarded, man. That's all.
Hey, don't worry. That's coming. You're going to get big payday.
All right, Ronbo.
Mark, appreciate you, fam. I guess we can look forward to hearing from you a little more often now. Season start. Talk to you later. All right, Mark.
All right, man.
And let us roll on over to Rob. Hey, Rob.
Ronbo.
Rob. Before we get started here on your outlook and predictions and projections on this particular roster, man, Rob, how do you feel about Kendrick Bourne? Now people got to be campaigning for Kendrick. I'm feeling a little bad. Everybody's making great points as to why I need to stop it. But, Rob, how do you feel?
Well,
I already know.
Let's start there. I like Richie James better.
Yeah. Okay. I like Richie James. I really do. So I ain't got no argument there.
But let's talk wide receivers for a minute.
Right.
I think Trent Taylor be IR. So we'll just count him out. So let's go Debo Samuel, Dante, Richie, Jalen, Marquise, and KB.
Ah! You notice how he did leave out.
He makes it right at the end.
Looks like Rob is leaving Jerry Rice's little nephew out. Yeah. Hey, Rob, have you thought about for a minute, though? I wonder what would be, will there be a little bit going on at the Rice house? If he hears all of a sudden, will the lights go off in his house where we can see on top of the hill? Is that Jerry's house? Uh-oh. What? Is Jerry pissed? I don't know. How does it affect him that he comes back to the Bay Area, to Jerry's team? this has impact on the entire family. The 49ers, they didn't think Jordan was good enough for them. Yeah, and what's Jerry going to say? Well, he'll be okay. Don't look at it like that. It's business. That's all anybody can say, right?
Well, Jordan Lynch, I mean, he is faithful. He does catch the ball, but I mean, it's hard. I mean, the receiver is so stacked, and that's the hard one. It's just so stacked all the way around. I'm just looking at who's been doing good in the preseason, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be those ones right there. But I could be wrong. But let's go to quarterbacks now.
All right.
CJ does not belong there. He should be gone. Matt Breida should be number 1 running back.
He probably is.
Raheem will make it. Tevin, Barrett. What about what's his name? Jeff Wilson Jr.
See, that's a really good running back. I don't think so. I mean, you got 5 guys already because you got Juice. You mentioned Tevin Coleman, Matt Breida, of course. Jerick McKinnon's going to stay on that team this year. So what's that? 3? You got Mostert. Yeah, that's 5 guys.
But he did real well. And looked really strong. So.
And Austin Walter, you're going to see him. Watch Austin Walter get over 100 yards in this game Thursday night because I don't think Jeff may play. It might be Jeff and Austin. One of them is going to pull off 100 yards. Austin Walter is tough.
Oh, I know.
And so is
Wilson.
He is. Yeah.
We got a stack of running backs just receivers. So.
This is the best year ever for running backs. I mean, we already knew we were stacked.
People are gonna just. I mean, they're gonna love to see when we start cutting because they're gonna start taking people, especially our division. So,
running backs, wide receivers,
it's gonna be hard.
Defensive linemen. Wow, we got all kind of players to contribute to the rest of the NFL. Man.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. But have you heard anything about Nick Bosa?
Yeah, Nick's probably going to be out. My prediction was he'd be out until week 2. There's no need for him to play against Tampa Bay. We got plenty of heat for Tampa Bay. We play the Bengals. You want to get him in there and make sure that it's a high ankle sprain. You want to make sure that doesn't reoccur. So he comes in. Hopefully he's healed up by the time he's still young. That high ankle sprain might heal pretty quickly. He comes in, Bengals, and hopefully doesn't have a problem for the rest of the season. 49ers go to the playoffs on the strength of the defense alone. Woo! Yeah! Oh, my God.
That's going to be that defense is something else, The Montre Moore was pretty good, too. He looks pretty good.
I know he's one of the best in preseason. And that was against the ones on most teams. The Montre Moore, he's reborn. We can't keep him. We could if we get rid of one of them nose tackles because we don't need all them nose tackles.
No, we don't need all those nose tackles. You kidding me?
So,
yeah,
Rob,
it's gonna be rough.
I know. We'll see. Maybe they may be thinking the same way we are. But Rob, let me see you at Wednesday night before the game. All right.
You got it, Ronbo. I appreciate what you do.
Thanks,
you
Rob.
for doing what you do, and
it's a pleasure.
We always listen. I might not be in every night, but I always be listening.
Yeah, that's everybody's. Since Sean started that, I love it. Everybody says it. I be listening. All right. Have a good night, Rob.
Good night, Ronbo.
Yeah. And let's go check out Russo.
What's up, Ronbo?
Well, Russo, man, I'm developing these anxieties. It's my own fault, too. I should learn to be objective on certain players. I grow attached to people too easily. You know what I mean? I don't want KB not to be on this team. He's fun, and he makes a lot of great catches. But I'm really worried. And can't imagine how Richie James has made this team. And, there's a lot of things we're going to be questioning at the end of the week. But at the end of the day, this is a professional situation. It has to be treated in a professional manner. I get it. Russo, give me some insights.
All right. Well, I'll start by saying I have no information on the inside, and I do not know who will be on the 53-man roster. But,
all right.
But based on my opinion and basically the information at hand, all I could do is make the most educated guess. So quarterbacks, I agree. I'm not going to name everybody. Running backs, I agree. If for some reason, obviously, if something goes wrong with McKinnon between now and the season, Jeff Wilson's the next man up. Sounds like McKinnon should be good. Offensive line, I agree. Based on what's on our roster, although I wouldn't rule out some sort of movement after final cut day if somebody becomes available that we like more than someone on our team. I could see that having a little bit of movement. But let's just say that
Russo just brought up another great point. They're going to cut more than 37 guys. They're going to want to make some room for some newbies that they can pick up that are on the market immediately after. Oh, I forgot all about that, Russo.
Yeah, so you're going to see some of these guys that, like, we have penciled in, like a Brunskill or something like that, maybe end up moving off the roster if someone else comes available. And then the defensive backs, I completely agree as well. I disagree on the tight ends, the wide receivers, the defensive line, and the linebackers. Now, the linebackers, I agree on the 5, but I'm also adding David Mayo to the roster.
Back to the mix.
Last year they kept 6 linebackers. I expect them to keep 6 linebackers again. David Mayo is the best special teamer we have in coverage, and I've seen him playing linebacker in the preseason. He's looked great. I've seen him make 0 mistakes. He's moving very quick side to sideline to sideline. He's made every tackle he needed to make. And to my knowledge, he knows the playbook, and he's involved in calling the plays and stuff like that. So I don't see Mayo not making this team. So I'm adding Mayo, and then the defensive line, he has 10 people on here. I see no reason to keep 10 people on the defensive line. Last year, Kyle's kept 9. So the first 2 years he's been with San Francisco, I expect him to keep 9 again. And the guy that I have removed is Sheldon Day. And the reason
Sheldon Day over. Who are you going to keep at nose?
I'm keeping DJ Jones.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I have another movement. I actually. Okay, so I listened pretty closely to what Robert Saleh was saying, and it sounds like DeMontre Moore is fully in the mix, and it's going to come down to this final preseason game. And I could see it being very possible that Moore makes this roster, and then Julian Taylor actually goes on the practice squad.
Good Lord. And hey, here's the thing. If you put DeMontre Moore in against that San Diego team or Chargers team, he's going to light them up. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Then he makes the team if that's all he's got to do.
Well, I have 9 guys. I have Buckner, Ford, Bosa, Armstead, Thomas, Blair, Jones, Street, and Moore. Those are the 9 I have listed. I have Bay getting cut for sure. That's my guy I have out, and I'm basing that off of he did not play in the first half at Kansas City, and he played the entire second half basically against Kansas City. And I saw Jones in the first half. So that's my only reason why I'm going with Jones every day. And I don't see any reason to keep this many nose tackles. It just makes no sense.
Yeah.
When you have guys like Armstead and Thomas and Moore that can play inside, outside, Street, same thing. Jones, Buckner, you're loading up way too heavy inside. I feel like you need 5 outside guys and 4 inside guys, and one of them can play both sides easily. Rotate between the 2 easily. So it's going to come down to, in my opinion, it comes down to Taylor or Moore. And I think it's probably going to go right down to this last game between the 2 of them. That's what I think. That's what I have.
I bet you're right.
And then the tight ends, I have Dwelly making it. I have Taylor not making it. I think people are kind of overreacting on Dwelly's last game. The 49ers.
He's been good,
the 49ers.
True.
Yeah, I mean the first throw that was towards the sideline that was off, like, it looked like a drop. It was off the tip of his hand. The commentators, what's his name, Greg Papa or whatever, Papa, like, as soon as the throw happened, he was like, he was like, "Oh, that's a throw that Jimmy can make." It sailed on him a little bit. And then the one that was close in the red zone, there was two guys on him. The one guy deflected him, he got hit. And then he came back and he was making catches. He was making great blocks. I think that Dwelly is the second best tight end on the roster, and I still stand by that. So if Dwelly ends up not making the team, I guess you guys can all say I was wrong, but I have Dwelly making the team.
I think it's 50-50. Tololo, I thought, probably just because he's supposed to be a good blocker, but somebody said he's not. I don't know.
I heard what Bill said. Toilolo is the best blocker we have, not named George Kittle. So he's a better blocker than Dwelly and Katie Smith. Okay, and then obviously the best part is the wide receivers.
Right. And real quick, Russell, because we're out of time.
Okay.
Real quick.
Okay, so we're only activating 5 wide receivers on game day: Dante Pettis, Deebo Samuel, Marquise Goodwin, Jalen Hurd, and Richie James. Those are the 5 guys that will be active until Trent Taylor is ready.
All right, Russo.
In my opinion, what I was going to say is the 6th wide receiver will be inactive. They're not going to activate the 6th wide receiver.
All right. We established that today. All right, Russell, we really got to run because we're going to run out of time here. And I'll look for you Wednesday night before the game. What is that noise, Russell? Is that you?
No, that's not me.
All right, Russell.
I think somebody else is on the line.
Oh, okay. All right. Bye, Russo. All right. All right, so let's go to Niner Mike real quick. Niner Mike, 5 minutes. I hate to have to tell everybody. How you doing, fam?
Holy shit. Ronbo,
Yes.
how the hell am I going to wait for 45 minutes to be on for 5 minutes, Ronbo? What's
I know,
going
you know,
on?
but otherwise, Niner Mike, your sauce is going to burn. I don't want your sauce to burn. Are you making this?
Hey, listen, I'm already eating. I was cooking when I first got on the line, but now I'm eating already.
You know, it's that night where this kind of subject matter draws a lot of phone calls. So, yeah, I didn't want to make you wait that long. But we try to give everybody at least 5.
No worries.
So.
No worries. All good.
All right,
good.
Phil.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Oh, awesome. You know, I'm just a little concerned about the cuts. I knew I would be, but now it's a reality. It's scary. I don't know what they're going to do. But what do you think about the cut possibilities?
Look, let me tell you, I'm going to say what. They're going to do a lot of moving around, but I got 2 points I want to make real quick before you kick me off. One is Kyle Shanahan, please don't disappoint me and keep C.J. Beathard. Please don't.
It's scary, isn't it?
Please don't disappoint me. And it's nothing against C.J. Beathard. It really isn't. Honestly, let me tell you, last year we kept 3. I know why. But this year, it wouldn't be a good look. It really wouldn't. We got too much talent on the team. We need that roster spot more than anything else. So if he keeps C.J. Beathard, that's going to be the first time that I'm going to personally think that Kyle Shanahan lets his heart get in the way of business.
Yes.
And what's best for the team, because that'll be more of a, you know, he doesn't want to let go of the guy that he drafted and picked out in the first quarterback and all that other blah 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 bullshit.
I am.
You know what I mean?
I fully agree.
what I
And I've
mean?
been saying that for 2 years. God.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he really doesn't. I really don't. I hope when they sit down, I hope some of the other assistant coaches stand up and say, hey, look, you know, we can't afford for Seattle to come in and scoop up, you know, Shazier and Richie James or anybody like that, because that's who's going to do it. You already know.
Yep.
That's who's going to do it. The Keebler elf up there, Pete Carroll, he sits there and you know,
and
he
waits.
just drools over good players that we just can't fit on our team. He did it in the Harbaugh years, especially.
He does it every year. He did it last year.
Yeah,
he tries
definitely.
to get
And
him in there and pick their brain for plays. I know Carroll's.
And let me be honest with you. It's one of the most the biggest things I fear with KB. I like KB. I really do. I like him like you like him. He drops the ball a little bit. He got to work on that. But I like him. I would hate to see him put on that freaking lime green. Oh my God, I hate it. I really would. And he's a Portland kid too. You know, he's a Pacific Northwest.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's a Pacific Northwest kid. He goes to Oregon every chance he gets. He's got his kid up there. His family's up there. So he's already in the Pacific Northwest region. That's where his family is. So
and he'd love it. He'd probably call them before they call him. God.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that would be one of those type of situations. So that would be unfortunate. I think personally, he's beat out Matthews. I think Matthews is a good receiver, but he's not anything special. He's really not. He's just a good receiver. And if you're going to match good receiver, I truly believe Kendrick Bourne is sold out for the team. He's sold out to be a 49er. He loves being a 49er every day. You've seen it for the last 3 years. He's been like that. I think Matthews is just trying to play for a dollar. You know what I mean? He's trying to play for a contract to keep his career open.
Yep.
You know, I don't really see him really sold out to be a 49er per se. I think he's just trying to make a team because he's already failed on so many other teams.
He's becoming a
journeyman.
You know what I mean?
Personally.
Yeah, of course I
Yeah, he really is. He really is. I think it's one of those situations where you got to have somebody who's going to be better and has more upside. And KB definitely has that upside. Richie James, he's not going nowhere. He's too valuable on special teams and as a wide receiver. So he solves two roster spots, which makes him that much more valuable to the team. And so I don't see them letting go of Richie James. The defensive line, that's a whole other story because we got a few monsters on there that I'm telling you they're just not going to make it. They're not going to make it.
But we do know we have too many nose tackles.
We have too many nose tackles. But let me tell you though, here's the thing. See, D-Bunk, he's it for us when it comes to that. And I've read a lot of times the beat writers and this and that. Anytime D-Bunk is out of there, the drop off is a little bit. It's a little steep. Bit steep. I don't know if you remember last year, but when he got hurt, I think he got nicked up a little bit. And it was the Lions game or something like that. He got nicked up a little bit last year too, D-Bunk. And when he did, teams were able to run on us a whole lot easier than with him in there. So I think that's a little scary for him. You know, but the thing is, we have a lot of good players on that nose. You know what I mean? The Givens kid, he was solid in that Broncos game. He was all right in the Chiefs game.
That guy's a monster.
Yeah, he's okay. The Jones guy is good, but he's been a little nicked up. I think it's going to come down to whoever's really healthy. Really, honestly, I think they got a good idea who they like. Yeah, they got a good idea who they like, Ronbo. You know that. Just like all of us, we all got a good idea.
Right.
You know, it's not rocket science. You sit down, you watch the game, you see who plays
sometimes
good,
it is, though, Mike.
You see who sucks ass. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Mike, it's time, Mike. We got to go. But fam, I can talk to you for hours, Mike. We got to arrange a one-on-one and talk some football for half an hour.
We really do. We really do. We got. You know what? We got to do a segment like the Mike and Rombo.
There you go. Mike, drop me a line so I know your email at ronbosports@gmail.com. All right.
All right, I got you, Rombo. I'm gonna do that.
All right, bro. Talk to you later.
You take care. Niner Empire. Stay up, Texas boy. Fuck off.
Everybody loves Texas boy. Night, Mike. I gotta give Texas boy credit. He pisses people off almost as much as Rudy, and that's special. Hey, well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Monday night, big show.
Let's not forget who's the king of pissing people off.
I don't know. Between Rudy and Texas Boy is definitely aggravating. And then there's Big Show. But Big Show, you do it in a way that we enjoy. Texas Boy.
Diplomatic. That's diplomatic.
Texas
diplomatic
Boy.
way of pissing people
Texas
off.
Boy and, of course, Rudy, we would like to see if there is an earthquake where the earth opens up, if they get sucked in, we're okay with that. I'm kidding. I don't wish that on anybody, but you guys are annoying. But Big Show, what do you got to say about this cut
first
list?
Of all, we have got to stop referring to this as a sports projection list. This is actually Matt Mayoko's own projection
personal list. Yeah.
Personal list.
I put Wade in because he's hanging around the camp all the time. But you know.
Yeah,
go ahead.
exactly. And you have to take that seriously because if you actually go back and look at his list last year, it's actually fairly accurate. So he does, and before we discredit him anymore, before anybody else discredits him anymore tonight, this man has been covering our team for years, and he knows this team more and better than we do. You know what I mean? Because he's there on the side.
Joe?
He's there on the side. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
He's there on the he's there on the sidelines watching practice every single day. He's there on the sidelines watching OTAs, watching training camps, and in the media room asking coaches questions and he's getting information off of them that we would
you
never
can draw conclusions
get.
from. Exactly, right?
Exactly. And it's going to hurt a lot of feelings, but this list is pretty accurate. I mean, last
just because it has Kendrick Bourne on it, show. You're not fooling me, really.
I'm not saying that. No, come on. Come on, man. Come on.
What is CJ? Is he serious? Are we keeping 3 quarterbacks when somebody else could take that third spot?
There's a couple of areas on that list where I do disagree with, and that's the quarterbacks and the cornerbacks. I don't think we're keeping 10 cornerbacks because last year we did end up keeping 9 offensive linemen and 9 nose tackles. If you actually go back and look at the roster last year, there was 9 on each of those positions, and he has us keeping 10 on both of those sides, which I think we will again this year. But as far as the quarterbacks goes, I do end up keeping 3. And if we were to end up trading a quarterback, it would be, unfortunately, everyone's favorite, Nick Mullins, because he has the most trade
value.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
what do we do for a backup quarterback?
Unfortunately, we'd have to roll with CJ. And hopefully nothing happens to Jimmy. And
all be on our knees every night.
The reason why Kyle loves CJ is because he alluded to this earlier, that CJ, when it comes to a big play, CJ has a deep ball that can execute it. You know what I mean? And if you actually go back and watch Nick Mullins' deep throws, that he overthrows the guy or he's not on point with the receiver. You know what I mean? It's very short range. So that's why I feel that
I can't argue. I've never seen him take a downfield shot except against Jordan Matthews the other day. That's the first time.
You've never seen Nick Mullins take a deep field shot. It's always short ranged or checked down to the running back, and that's where Kyle loves CJ, and that's why I kept saying that.
Who are you going to trade with?
He loves CJ.
Indianapolis is now in need
of a backup. That is the only team I could see us trading with for a backup quarterback or even a starter potentially, because Nick Mullins has starting potential.
He could go in there and take Jacoby Brissett right out. Yeah.
Exactly, and that team is built and set up. They've got a great offensive line. They got great weapons around him, and Paris Campbell and T.Y. Hilton. They have a great running game. They have a great defense, and Nick Mullins would succeed over there in Indianapolis, you know. So, and as far as running backs goes, I agree with that area. Only it's going to be Jerick McKinnon and Tevin Coleman, whether people like it or not, because this playbook is designed around those two. We're not going to see Jerick. However, it's going to be Matt Breida and Tevin Coleman for the first 3 weeks, and we won't see Jerick McKinnon until after the bye week. And then Matt Breida will have a role, rotational. Yeah, he'll still have a role, but he won't see as much playing time as he did last year. As far as tight ends goes, I kind of agree with Russo. I think Dwelly is a better passing tight end or pass-catching tight end than Toilolo, or however you say his last name. But he is a good blocker, Toilolo, and that's what Kyle's going to look at, because he has those lanes.
Got to get that run game
to set up the play action pass, you know.
Yeah.
And as far as the wide receivers goes, you obviously know the answer to that one. But I do, however, see us end up trading a wide receiver to the Giants, because they are thin on wide receivers. They just lost their 5th-round pick today, I learned earlier.
Yeah, what's his injury?
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
They lost another wide receiver, and Gold Tate's out for 4 games. They only have Sterling Shepard left and Evan Ingram. So they may be calling us for a wide receiver
or something. So we got to go. We're out of time. 5 minutes is what we got. Sure. But show, look for you Wednesday night, the night before that final chance for the dreams and hopes of whomever that's on the team to make it.
Don't get your feelings hurt, people. It's business. It's business. You got to understand that.
All right, Joe.
Don't get too emotionally attached.
I know
All right,
you understand. All right, night show. I knew he'd get in tonight just to make sure that I knew that he supported Kendrick Bourne being on the cut list. He even came up with reasons why we need to believe it. Howson! Come on in, fam. Howson and Matt. Matt. Hey, oh, and there he is. Is it the Iron Sheik? Sheik!
Ronbo! 5 minutes. Here we go. Let's go.
Yes. Thanks, Sheik. Well, you already know, but yes. All right. You're on, Sheik. If you anything you want to say to debunk the big show, please bring it. Can't believe he calmly came in and told me why I'm going to lose my guy. All right, go ahead.
No, we're not going to lose that guy. Unfortunately, we're not going to do it because the thing is, he's, the thing of the Giants and the 49ers, we're not going to make those trades with them anymore. So they could kiss it, they could suck it because they've been they denied us. So it's not happening. The Raiders not going to happen anymore. Even what was it, the other team? There's another team I just forget. But yeah,
it's always been Giants and Raiders are always doing this because
or Cowboys.
John Lynch didn't know. We don't talk to those people for anything like that. Poor Lynch, he's finding out now though.
No, yeah, fortunately. And then he's going to find out the history of the 49ers and the rivalry and all that stuff. So he definitely knows. That's why Kendrick Bourne is staying. Fortunately, Matthews is not because he wasn't in the ones when Jimmy Garoppolo was around. And it's
that's interesting.
So yeah, so that he was in special teams. That's all he was doing, and he missed. Like the other caller said earlier, he had that deep throw. Yeah, it was a little high, but if we would have like Goodwin or Richie James, he would catch that ball and then be gone for the distance.
And he should have ran that route. He should have ran that route deeper. When he started his break, it was too early.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Exactly. Keep on going. Don't. Yeah. But I want to talk about also Ronbo is like I was watching Brian Ballmerger tape on K1 Alexander when he was in Tampa Bay, and the thing about I was looking at the 49ers season on NBC Sports. They're talking about how much we actually let me rephrase that. The takeaways was terrible last year. We only had 7 takeaways last season, and now K1 Alexander with Brian Ballmerger brings it up with the gap that with the offensive line. He just goes in there. He goes through people and he hits them really hard.
Okay,
that's what those takeaways, the fumble. Yeah, K1 Alexander. He's going to make those takeaways happen.
Quan.
He's going to make those
when
turnovers
you call him K1, you confuse me. Quan. Because we got a guy named K1. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I was confusing me. But yeah,
I support that.
But the takeaways and turnovers is going to happen because this guy's in it. And what next in learning from Alexander, Warner is going to be a great tandem. And we're going to have this defensive line that we have is going to be crazy. You're going to take over. Because the offense, we have nothing to worry about because we're top 13, like I said the other day, in rushing, and then 15 in passing. So, with all that, our passing passing game is actually in the 15th rank and the 13th for rushing. So that's actually really good as well. So with that style and these wide receivers getting it, have better routes. Kendrick Bourne has learned. He definitely stepped up from last year with the failed routes that he did. This year, he's shown his progress of learning. Now Dante Pettis needs to show as well, and the conditioning is key. And that's why I think that's what they're working on right now with him, Ronbo.
Dante
Pettis.
Yeah.
And that's what the issue of it. And from the long run, because in NFL shape, you got to be fit. You got to be, you might be fast and that, but at the end of the day, you got to be fit. That's what there's. DBL Samuel ripped. Goodwin ripped. Yeah, Goodwin also has concussion problems. Yes, I agree. But the thing is, you got to have that NFL body to last a long season. And that's why Dante Pettis with his short arms and skinny legs, he constantly got hurt last year.
Are his arms, are they kind of short? I never noticed that. I noticed he's too thin, but I never noticed him being
He's thin, but he has long arms, but he just needs how tall? I'm like 6'5". I have long arms too.
Yeah, he's
but,
not tall as you though.
He just needs to build a. Yeah.
Yeah, John
yeah, but
he's 6'1" at the most.
6'1".
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has long arms. That's just going to help him for the longer catches. But if those hits need to be careful because these safeties will come after him to get those hits. So he has to be ready for those. And he hit the gym a little bit. But I think he'd be fine.
Yeah, because he put on a little weight. It looks a little larger. And hopefully that was strength, not just hamburgers. So.
Yeah.
Well, Sheik.
And for the cuts, and then let me say just real fast, what's in the cuts, I think more should stay. And it's going to be definitely, people, Matt Mioka says 10 guys on the defense line. I don't know if that's 100% because that sounds like iffy to me. 10 guys on the defensive line, it sounds weird for me. I don't believe that at all. I think it's going to be 8 or 9. So just want to put that out there, Ronbo. And he's always right. That's a crazy thing.
Wait. Who was right?
Miyoko.
Oh,
Miyoko,
yeah. A lot of it, I could see what it means, but, we'll see. God. Sheik, appreciate your family. You know this. Let me see it night before the final matchup for preseason. All right?
And by the way, Lori's actually calling in right now, Ronbo, so she's in the waiting. Baseball! Hit that like for Ronbo Sports. Hit that share, hit that sub. Shout out to the next caller. 5 minutes are up. Bye.
Thanks, Sheik. Have a great night. All right, let's see if 209 Modesto, California, could that be Lori? Hello?
Lori!
Hey, Ronbo.
It is Lori. Hi, Lori. We didn't know who you were, right? So, where's because we haven't got your name
I
ID'd
was
yet.
like, how is he going to know it's me?
Right. See, so, yeah, sorry, Lori. Well, Lori, welcome to the program.
Yes. Well, these guys have been bugging me for like ever. They're like, call. And I'm like, I want to wait until regular season because, I don't like to speculate. I don't like to,
Lori,
try to guess who's staying and who's not staying. And
I know, Lori, but listen, speculate on this just for this reason, because if we get enough biorhythms flowing for how do you feel about Kendrick Bourne? Notice how I'm campaigning for Kendrick tonight.
I think it's looking good, I'm impressed with, Garoppolo coming out and doing his thing this last week. And, I'm happy to see some improvements. I mean, compared to where we used to be, we are, we can't go anywhere but up. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see who makes the roster. I really don't care who makes the roster as long as they're going out there and they're playing some football,
And doing a good job.
So, and doing a good job, exactly.
And you're right. And that's how, it's like Big Show. We have to use some of his philosophies. Don't worry about the name on the front. I mean, the back. It's the name on the front. If they come out there and represent the 49ers and do a good job.
We want to see the Niners, improve as a team. And I'm a big believer. I have my own Niner group, a Niner Faithful shout out. And, but, I have to keep my opinions kind of at a level too, because I run a group. So there's a lot of, agreements, a lot of debates, a lot of conflicts of interest. And so I kind of keep myself neutral. That's another reason why I didn't want to call and have to before the draft. And then, now with the cuts, it's like, I just kind of take things as they come, and I trust in the process, and that's what I try to teach my members, But it's cool to hear everybody's opinions and stuff. It's just not something that I like to come on here and be like, damn, did you see that game? Like, that didn't count, This is us now,
But Lori, you must have some feeling about this team and the strength and all that type of thing. Are we going to be solid competitors this year? You could talk. You tell me about that, though. What do you think?
I think we're, to be honest, I would like to see the NFC West, and I'd like to take that and maybe 12-4. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be happy with not even that, but to me that seems ideal. I'm not going to say, hey, we're going to the Super Bowl this year, because I don't believe that that's going to be. I mean, it could happen, but
Mm.
just let's get to the playoffs. You know what
I
I'm
know,
saying? Like,
right?
let's win our game. So,
I agree.
but yeah,
I started out at 10-6, and I said, lately, as I see the team developing, I see their potential. All right, I'll go 11-5, but I can't say Super Bowl. Super Bowl is really, I do think we're good, but we need a little more maturity, just a little more. And one more year's maturity might be enough.
right,
I agree with that.
right. The chemistry has to be there the way it was, and we're getting there. You can see it every week, you know.
Mhm.
And just this last week was big. You know, it was a big improvement, even though we won all 3 games. But this last week we really showed up, and it was impressive. So I'm excited, Ronbo.
right.
I really am.
Well, that's good.
But I just, you know what? I don't want to take up more time because I know you have other callers on there. I just wanted to come on because these guys have been bugging me, and give
You guys
everybody a
press
shout
Lori to
out.
get in there. Well, Lori,
I'm
it's
not-
appreciated. And let's do it again. Because, as you say, you don't want to
We'll
make
do it
predictions and things like
again.
that.
I'll call in again, after regular season and let
All
you
right.
know my perspective then. But
And we got your name now, yeah.
again, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Lori, for calling. Look forward to talking to you again
All right.
soon.
Well,
All right?
all right, sounds good. Take care, guys.
You too. Have a good night, Lori. Yeah. Well, there she is. Lori, the one we've been seeing here, but I didn't know where is she? Okay. All right, let's see if Matt will answer his phone. It's probably someone who doesn't appreciate Kendrick Bourne anyway. Let me see who. Hello. Matt. Oh, my goodness. Now, this is a name we've not talked to in a long time. The Niner you love to hate. I was going to call him TNY. Let's see. The Niner you love to hate. Huh? Is that the Niner you love? Oh, that's right. TNYLTH. Hey, get in there, fam. I want to talk to you and get you to understand that was not my wish. Hello?
Ronbo.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to call you out like that. But
No.
no way in hell would trade Nick Mullins, period. I don't care what Big Show say. We're not trading Nick Mullins, and we're definitely not getting rid of Richie James. Kendrick Bourne, see you later. See you later, KB.
He hit me. First he gave me some it's like gave me a couple of cookies. Then he hit me in the stomach. Oh man. Oh. Okay. Fam, you know what though? Honestly, I can't say that my boy outplayed Richie James because nobody outplayed Richie James. So
nobody outplaying Richie James. Nobody's taking his kick returning spot. That's where his most value is at on the team. But he's just making plays left and right as a receiver. Yeah, he's looking real good. But I'm going to tell you the difference between what's the debate about Kendrick Bourne and Jordan Matthews. This is why it's close. If Kendrick Bourne catches that pass that he didn't have to die for, and if Nick Mullins doesn't miss Jordan Matthews on that catch and run touchdown, which should have been. Yep. This wouldn't even be a debate.
We didn't have no conversation. Yes. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. I know.
This wouldn't even be a debate. From that one drop and that one miss from Nick Mullins, we wouldn't even be having this discussion.
See, because there's no room for error this year. The competition is too tight. Kendrick, why didn't you catch them balls? Oh.
Okay. I'll take it further. How many career touchdowns does Jordan Matthews have?
A lot.
I think he has 21.
Yeah, he's in
How many
most of them in the red zone.
In the red zone. So
okay, wait.
What did Kendrick Bourne show in that game?
Wait.
That he's a red zone threat.
Well, see, he didn't have that.
He caught that jump ball.
Yeah, but wait.
Jordan Matthews can do that.
In last year and this year, Kendrick Bourne has established himself as a red zone. Now Jordan's been playing how many years?
This is his third season.
What? This is only Jordan Matthews' third year?
Third season. Oh, Jordan Matthews?
Yeah.
What is he, 6 years?
See? Okay. Because Jordan Matthews he stacked up a lot of TDs, but it took him twice the amount of time that Kendrick's been out there. So that's what I'm saying. We can't compare those numbers. Kendrick ain't been in the league that long.
Well, not in total years, but if you put together the years, okay, you go 6 years for Kendrick Bourne. How many touchdowns does he have for this? What do you have for the team? What, 10? Maybe.
Wait a minute. How many did he have last year?
Don't get me wrong. I like Kendrick Bourne.
Wait now. Well, how many did he have last year? Did he have 4 last year?
He had 4.
And
but
the
he
year
was the
before,
best wide receiver on our team.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
let's
that
say
wasn't
6.
saying much.
Wait, how many's Jordan got? Let's say 6 times 4. If he stayed with 4, let's say 6 times 4, 24.
24. But he's not going to have that many touchdowns on this team.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
We have too many receivers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like Kendrick Bourne, but we got so many young receivers. We need one of these veterans.
Yeah, Jalen Hurd is.
And
it's
kind of hard because Kendrick Bourne he drops the easy ones and then he just pops up and makes a hell of a play. So I get it.
Oh, Kendrick, man. If you just would have made that catch right on your fingertips, Kendrick. Oh. Because your coach would have let him go for that one he had to dive for. But that one that flew right off his fingertips. This is the catch you make. There was nothing but real estate clear. He could have played golf. He had so much greens in front of him. But no, he was running before the touchdown before he made the catch.
Before he made the fucking catch.
Kendrick!
And then you'll never, ever see a wide receiver more open than fucking Jordan Matthews was. And he still had 2 catches for 33 yards. So if he makes that catch and scores that touchdown, what he has, three catches for 100 yards and a touchdown?
Yeah, that's a touchdown. I don't know.
Debate over.
How long was it?
Debate over. So one other thing I wanted to mention is that I think we trade Armstead because of his contract and how many players are in back with him that can do similar things. And Demontre Moore is playing really well. I think we trade Beathard.
Wait.
Teams that need some backup quarterbacks.
What are you going to get? Oh. What are you going to get? What are you, 6th round?
For Beathard?
Yeah.
Probably 6th, most likely 7th. I mean, he has a little value, but there's no way in hell we trade Nick Mullins. Yeah, similar stats to Jimmy G.
I know, man. Fam, we got to go. We're going to run out of time. Well, listen, I'm glad you're back.
All right, Ronbo. I'm back, Ronbo. I'm back. Yeah. I'm tired of listening to idiots talk. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Not idiots. I got to respect everybody's opinion.
There you go.
Hey, shout out to the Night House Fan Club, Shar, Jersey Joe, all you guys in the chat. I'll be on later tonight.
All right, fam.
All right, Ronbo.
And I'll see you Wednesday. All right. And we go to, you're in Columbus, Ohio. 614 is your area code. Who is this? Hello. Hello, Ohio. Ohio, hello. And Mr. 16 Downey, Montana says, what's up? Any word on Jalen Hurd and how about Killer Quan? Huh? I know, right? Love his energy on our squad. Hashtag Hot Boys. We got to change that Hot Boys. I thought about the Lost Boys. Remember them vampires way back? But Lost Boys doesn't work for football. Jalen Hurd seems to have some stiffness in his back, and this is that time of year. You don't be pushing nobody because it ain't necessary. Jalen Hurd, sit down, get some work, some therapy, get that back loosened up, baby boy. Come on now. You got to be ready for week 1. You know, so a lot of these things you're hearing about people being injured, it ain't serious for most cases, probably, because the sports science team is probably doing a pretty good job. You notice none of it. We only lost one guy. Sean Coleman is the only guy that's out indefinitely. And William Roberts, D. Moore is making this team, and I certainly hope you're right. I was out D. Moore, man. How you gonna cut him? You're not supposed to have people come in and work hard and outwork everybody on the team and then tell them goodbye. There's something really, really wrong with that. So I hope so. And Jeff Tan says Jimmy Ward had to turn off social media after his fractured shoulder because it was all negativity. Yeah, I know, right? He can turn it back on. You don't see him on you don't see him on Twitter. He's still on Instagram. He's Nico Suave 20. But he can hold his chest out now. Jimmy says, man, I told y'all. And when I used to have Instagram, Jimmy used to come over and argue fight with people when I put threads up, because I've been worshiping Jimmy the whole time. And people come in there and say something nasty. Here comes Nico. Boy, Nico, come in and get him. I said, oh! So thanks to all Jimmy's haters, because they may be the reason why J-Dub is looking like he did in his first game back. He says he got a little tired, but when he get in shape. Boy, nickel, safety, can do it all. Daniel Garcia says, Garnett could help if he could stay on the field and get some experience. I know, right? Garnett is, man, he's got talent. Mr. Block Ice 2 says, Breda is our starter running back. He's showing the potential this preseason. We can't slip on him. All of our running backs are nice. The O-line's got to get it together. Who do you think will lead in the sacks? And remember, one thing we got to remember, don't worry about the ranking of our running backs, because Kyle's going to use them in different situations. So they're all like one. Everybody's going to get a job for a certain purpose and reason. I think it's going to be a lot like Devontae and Tevin were back in the day. Depends on the situation. So it's not slight against anybody if you don't call him. If he doesn't have a card, he pulls out number one running back for 49ers. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. And what I think, let's see, what was that? What was that question? Oh, yeah. You told me you can't say. The O-line, and don't worry about the O-line either. The O-line, do you realize our O-line is one of the best in the league as far as the run game goes? That is what predicates what the 49ers are going to do. So as far as their pass protection go, important to a degree, but not the absolute need, because all you've seen happen again at Broncos game, see, Jimmy should have been rolling out. That offensive line should have been sup, please, all of them, same direction, boom, boom, hitting out the spots, boom, boom, boom. Now, all your quarterback's got to do is roll out. He's got the fan in front of him, all right? He watches the play develop, and boom. What most teams aren't going to know is what the 49ers are going to do, because boom, they go the other way. It's always about Shanahan's constantly moving offensive line. They're not going to stand there and do battle with guys, not every now and then, but not often. So don't worry about the offensive line. They will be fine. Having 2 years together is what makes a difference. As long as Weston Richburg is starting, they should be great. They got to be healthy. That's the only problem, because they can't get out and move in space with a bad leg and things like that. Too slow. Who do I think will lead in sacks? Honestly, if Nick Bosa stays on the field all year, I got to feel it's him. I think people don't understand really how scary he is. We'll see. I got Nick at 15 if he plays all season long. And D Ford, maybe 13, maybe 14, maybe they tie, but I don't see Bosa getting beat. Mr. Block Eyes 22, Ohio in his house. One love from the state of the Buckeyes. Mr. Block Eyes, I know you're from Ohio. Dave Johnson, interior O-line is highly suspect. Interior O-line? Buckner? Armstead? Thomas? Contavious Street's pretty strong. I don't. I'm like OL. I was talking about D. OL. As long as Western Richburg's there and healthy. Okay, let me give you another stat. Last year, Mike Person gave up 2 sacks. Not that many more pressures. All right. Tomlinson, outstanding run blocker. So that's right. You got to put your priorities in the right place. If they're healthy, they'll get the job done. Trust me. They did it last year as far as a run game. We had Matty B. You seen him shooting down the field? You seen Mike McGlinchey take Mostert. What was it, 60 yards? When's the last time you seen an offensive lineman run the entire field? I mean, A road grader usually stops after about 20 yards. Mike McGlinchey's knocking dudes out, throwing them out the way. Most it's just running behind him. And most it's fast. Most it's like going in second gear, waiting. Tails off of McGlinchey. We have quality offensive linemen, but they got to stay healthy. So, and they play together. That's the thing. And that's very important for continuity with an offensive line. They've got to move like one body, one big amoeba. You'll see that soon. It's a kid. What's good with it? It's a homeboy from Sacramento. What's up? Thanks, Phil. Tyler Ledbetter heard changed shoes. I think that's why he had back tightness. Yeah? I haven't read that article yet. All right. Give me a link on that. Because that could make a difference. Really could. Psychedelic exploration. What about the new signing? Quentin Rollins and Dante. Quentin Rollins is that cornerback, right? Quentin Rollins we picked up one cornerback. Who's Quentin Rollins? I forgot his position. Quentin Rollins. I read his name today, but I didn't pay a lot of attention. He's not a defensive lineman or an offensive. Is he an offensive lineman? Anyway, let me. Okay. Empire Strikes Back. Sup? The defense is going to do wickedly good. Let's go. It's time for Empire. Take our rightful place atop of the NFL. Gotta wait. I like Lori though. Be careful about saying the word Super Bowl. Let's beat some teams up and develop a little maturity. Just so as not to be set up for any pain. If the 49ers get all the way to the playoffs and get out, hopefully they don't do a Rams and go 1 and out. But do make a statement in that second game. If you do lose that second or third contest or the NFC Championship game, it better be that close. You know? Marco Pedroso! Hey, what's up, fam? He says, what's up, baby? Big hug from biggest fan of Brazil. Marco! And Marco, I enjoy you joining me on that argument on Twitter. See, Marco, man, some people don't know what they're talking about. I loved your backup, man. You was awesome. Alfonso McKinnon. Ward was pretty good on Saturday. I liked what I saw. High fives everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying, man? My boy J-Dub came out there and represented the J-Dub Club. I told you he could play. People mistake him being out for an inability to play football. That's wrong on so many silly levels. I told you he can play when he's home. Ant-Man Felix, what's up? People still doubting us, but let them. They're going to have a rude awakening. But have them wake up. That's what I'm going to enjoy. Sac Francisco says big tickets are Jimmy G, Defoe, Sherb, D Ford, Bosa, Tico. I always get these. Tevin Coleman. Yeah. Tevin Coleman, Kittle, Debo, touchdown Niners. You know they're going to do that over the PA. That's saying 30-yard line. He gets up. He's at mid-tick. 20, 10. Debo, touchdown Niners. Kim Buso Boutros is there. You're on a great show. Good night, fam. Good night, Kim. Have we got anybody else hanging out on the phone? Oh, man. And fam, hey, I'm going to see you Wednesday night. I'm going to go ahead and lay back tomorrow for the game. We get together and talk some more. Don't forget to hit that like. Night, Elisa. I wonder if she went to bed yet.